And we are live. What's going on, everybody? I got a beautiful panel of ladies tonight, and we're going to start our Purple Pill Pod episode 73, the number one show in the world for dating, right out of Dallas, Texas. Please make sure to like the video on y'all's way and subscribe. Please hit the notification bell so you can see every time a live show is going to come up. Follow us on the podcast Instagram as well. Please add all these beautiful ladies that came on the panel today because they drove all the way out here, and we want to hook them up for doing that. So go add our Instagram and go add all the ladies. We're now live to Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, Rumble, and YouTube all at the same time. Go sign up for the new mentorship below by scheduling a free call. If you're a man or woman that is interested, if you want to show some support, you can do that by hitting the join button under the video to become a YouTube member, which comes with some emojis for the show, and you can super chat in y'all's questions tonight for the ladies. Also, check out the merch store below. We are now streaming on all audio platforms as well, guys. But yeah, please add the Instagram right now. Can somebody grab me a water? I'm sorry, I'm so parched. Can you please give me one? Dude, thank you so much. I'm like, I can't fucking breathe right now, guys. Sorry. But yeah, thank you so much. And tonight we got Julian thrown on the fucking panel, bro. Happy fucking birthday, or a little bit late, but happy fucking birthday, man. I can't do that fucking noise drop of the burn, 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 but that's when you hit it, Ramar. Yeah, thank you, bro. Yeah, he gets the big one for that. But yeah, anybody that needs media marketing help for YouTube, hit me up. I can do 3 clips a day and 3 shorts a day for you and post them all for you for only $500 a month. So hit me up if you need that. Shout out to my producer tonight. We got Ramar in the house. I appreciate you, man. Yes, we got Bassett also. I appreciate you for all you do, bro. And obviously, Julian, all your help also, man. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and get fucking started. We got a really beautiful panel for y'all tonight. So I want to know the ladies' name, age, education level, what y'all do for work, and y'all's relationship status. Money. We're going to start because you've been here before. So we're going to start with you because you're special because of that. What's your name, age, education level, what you do for work, and your relationship status?
My name is Lex. I'm 23. I have an associate's in business and one in pastry arts. I work as a pastry chef in Dallas, and I am single.
Okay. How many times have you came on the show?
This is number 3.
And you're still single? I'm not doing good at my job then. Okay. Well, hopefully next time.
Maybe that's my choice.
Yeah. Okay, good. Well, I guess we'll find out. What about you? What's your name, age, education level, what do you do?
My name is Abby. I'm 21. I'm from Dallas, and I do modeling, acting, and social media, and I am single.
Okay. Social media, like what? How many Instagram followers you got?
No, that's the thing. I'm a local influencer. There's like micro influencing, so that's what I do.
Do you like? Oh, so like you'll like promote for clubs and shit sometimes?
Yeah,
do you ever do?
sometimes.
Huh? I know, right? No, I'm just fucking with you. What about you? What's your name, age, education level, what do you do for work and relationship?
I go by Cupid. I am 22 years old. I am an artist and a model, freelance, and I go to CONSULTATION school. Just started.
Oh, nice. Are you excited about doing that?
Yeah, I'm excited. I don't like being in people's heads, but
I don't like how you answered that. It sounds like you're not excited at all to be.
Everybody's hair. I mean, it's just different. Wet hair touching that. Like.
How old are you again?
22.
Do you think that that's like gonna be your career if you already have the mentality towards it?
No, I think it's just gonna be something I have.
Yeah, it's a good. I bet it's a good thing to do on the side as a side income. But yeah, you need to really love doing hair if you like want to fucking do hair. My mom was a hairstylist, so I know I grew up in a hair salon. What about you though? What's your name? And thank you for coming back. Name, age, all that bullshit.
Yeah, I'm 23. My name's Kilolo. You can call me Lolo for short. It's a situationship at the moment, and I'm actually getting ready to go to school for dentistry.
Dentistry? Wow, that's fucking dope. And what was your relationship status again?
It's a situationship.
But why is it a situationship?
Because Sergio.
No, like I gotta understand this because I don't understand it. So what the fuck is this? Okay. Like we talked about this a million times on the show, and like you've came like a few times now. So what the fuck is this? Like, what are you doing? Stop fucking around.
Okay, I'm not fucking around. It's a situationship because it's like it's just hard. Like we're not together right now, but. Like
we talked about
okay, what did we really talk about? What did we talk about? We talked about.
It's just like I just don't understand like why you're like in a situationship. Like it's either a relationship or it's not. And like anybody that's just playing games with you, like,
no. It's like she said, like being single is really the best for me because, like you said, technically you said I'm supposed to be single right now.
So like, but you're having sex with somebody, right?
I'm not finna be putting my business that way.
But you're,
We're
well,
not-
but you're not being celibate, right?
I'm not answering that.
So like this guy that you're sleeping with though, like he's really not worth it. Like he's really not like that valuable.
Who said I was
He's a
sleeping
brokey.
with anyone?
He's either a brokey or he doesn't even want to take you seriously. So either one of those situations is wrong,
It's
and
not
you
the
fucking know it.
situation.
No, that is the situation. I know you're not celibate. Stop trying to lie. Like you're dude. Where's the cap at? Somebody give me a hat. What the fuck? But yeah,
It won't fit on my
you
butt.
can go ahead and do your introduction too, just so everybody can know more about
What's
you.
going on, guys? Mr. Throne here, Lord Julian Throne on IG. Man, I'm just excited to be here. It's really dope seeing how we've blown this up since September of last year.
Yeah,
It's about to be almost a 1 year anniversary, but we're blowing up right now and we're excited. We're just taking over. Let's go.
Yeah, dude, feels great, especially around your birthday too. What about you? What's your name, age, education, what do you do for work, and your relationship status?
Okay, my name is Racy. I'm 21. I'm working to have my own candy shop, but I work at Amazon right now. So, and my relationship status is also situation.
Thank you. Like, but that don't mean you have to be having sex with anybody.
Yeah, but like you know better. Like she can have this issue. You don't. You know better.
No, we were supposed to be working towards something and we didn't get that yet. It's not that yet. We'll talk about it later. God damn.
But what about you? Like, what's your I wanted to ask. Like when it came to the candy thing. Like, what do you mean candy? Like, what are you selling?
Regular candy.
I know, but like, what do you do to it? Are you like putting like what's that shit called, tahini or something on it? Like what are you
I
doing?
have all different types of candy.
Oh, have you heard about that stuff where they like freeze dry? I don't know what the fuck they do. They like freeze dry or some shit. Are you like talking about that? Are you gonna do that?
All of it. I don't know.
I just had to ask. I had a friend who just started selling that type of shit, and he's actually doing kind of good. I was like, wonder if this is a good business model or not. But yeah, what about you? What's your name, age, education level, what do you do for work, and your situationship status?
My name is Madison, and I'm 21, and I'm actually a waitress. And I'm single and not looking for anything. Just
Single, but not ready to mingle.
No.
like I can mingle, but
You're more
I
single
still
like a
want to be
Pringle.
independent. Like
Yeah, you're single like a Pringle. You just want to chill
yeah,
in a Pringle
exactly.
can. But yeah, I gotta ask like really quick why you're in a situation like what kind of situationship is it? Like can you like, if you don't mind, like letting me dig deep into your life a little bit.
Okay, we've been together for almost 4 years, but like for like
Oh my God, stop doing that.
I'm
for
sorry.
like the last 6 no, for like the last year it's kind of like dialed down. Like I'm not really as attached as I was, and I don't really get as like I don't know, like it's just not it that much anymore.
She's
But
been
we're
alpha
trying
widowed
to-
for 4 years, bro.
we're
That's
we're trying to
crazy.
hold on, but like I don't know. It's just like
Can't stop thinking about him.
Damn.
it's a her.
Oh,
It's
her.
a her.
Oh, it's a her?
Oh.
Okay, let me let me say.
For real?
That-
Okay, I'm sorry. I gotta ask another question, and like, please, and like, you don't have to answer this at all. Like, I just like always get curious about these type of things. Like, have you ever had a relationship with a man before? Yeah. And how old are you now?
21.
And how old were you when you had your
Okay,
relationship
look,
with
let
a
me
guy?
tell you this. So, like 6 months, but like 2 years ago, I was with a boy. Like I cheated on her with the boy,
Ouch.
because like
Savage.
she had me crying every day, and like he was there. I was working with him, and
What a
he was
bitch.
there every day, and like yeah.
Oh wow, yeah. So yeah,
Well,
well,
emotional game.
yeah. So you do like men.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
and
she's
like,
bisexual.
and like, so you still talk to the girl, and you like, but you don't mess with any men. Like for 2 years, you've been loyal, and you haven't messed with any other guys.
It's hard, but like yeah.
It's hard.
It's not hard to not mess with other guys, but it's like it's hard to like not talk to other people when you're just like miserable sometimes. But like
Okay, but you don't do it, and you're really loyal to this girl that's not loyal to you.
yeah, I don't know. She's not.
She-
I'm not
she-
even gonna say I don't think she is.
she's just a
because I know
savage?
She's not.
She just be in the streets.
I guess.
You don't even know. I mean, shit. I don't know. This is interesting. I'm very curious about your life. Like, it just sounds very interesting. But no, like, so like your first relationship, like when you lost your virginity, was to a boy or a girl?
A boy.
A boy. How old were you?
17.
17. Okay. And then like, how many boyfriends have you had since that? If you don't mind me asking these
Like,
questions, I'm sorry.
3.
3.
4.
And like this girl, how many girls have you been with
Dating or like sexually?
sexually?
Like 7.
7. And like, but you've only dated. This is the only one that you've tried to date.
No, I've dated like 2.
2. Okay. And like girls just all the way better. Like since you're like 7 versus 3, I'm guessing like you're way more down with women than guys.
Yeah.
No. You hesitated way too much right there. Honestly, I think you really want a fucking man. You just haven't found one with a good enough dick game yet. That sucks. But yeah. But what about you? What's your name, age, education level, what you do for work, and your relationship status?
My name is Alicia. I'm 21. I do modeling freelance, and I also work as a receptionist at a lash studio. Yeah, and I'm in a situationship.
I shouldn't have roasted you because now everybody's gonna be scared. Everybody's gonna be scared the rest of the show because I said
No, don't feel scared. Anybody, speak your fucking mind.
Yeah. No, because honestly, everybody learns more when we're honest. Like even the girls on the internet that watch, there's a lot of girls that watch the show too, guys. So like, if y'all are honest about things and say another girl has gone through the similar process that you've gone through, or something like that, you could actually be helping somebody when you do the show and you're just being honest, and we like break through some type of barriers or something that like normally don't get broken through. It's not that bad. Just and nobody, like, honestly, like, y'all know there's a million guys out here. These fucking random trolls aren't judging you. Doesn't matter. Like y'all's husband isn't there. I promise. But
Can we know her situationship?
Huh?
Can we know her situationship?
Yeah, go ahead and like give us some details on it. We want to know how this one works.
I know what I'm in, and I know what I got myself into, so at least I'm mentally prepared. But it's just, I guess it's just more of like commitment issues. I mean, I have commitment issues of my own. I have issues I need to work on, and just in general. Like, I mean, I have bad trust issues. I can be toxic. So it's just really
accountability, guys. Good job.
So I guess it's just we're both. The way I see it is we're both going through life, but we're not ready for a relationship.
How old is he?
21.
How old are you again?
21.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, I guess that's what happens when you're young like that.
Yeah, it's kind of just like.
You're not really worried about it because you got plenty of time.
I guess, yeah, and like, eventually we're both gonna up and leave somewhere. We all go on about our lives, so it's kind of just being like finding someone to kind of be there for you, when you need it. More as a more than just a friendship, more of a romantic partner, I guess. But yeah, there's some feelings involved, but I guess when you both know like you're not ready for commitment, it can work itself out right now. So
So like,
but,
who is he an attractive guy?
to me?
No, I'm not gonna ask like to you. Like, do you see women pursue this man? Like, have you seen other women that are attracted to this man?
I met him like through online dating, so I don't really know much about him. Like, I'm still getting to know him too at the same time.
So how long has this been going on?
Like 3 months. Yeah. I think it's 3 months.
But so you haven't learned anything else about him?
Like, slowly I am. Like, yeah.
This is the problem, ladies. I got to give you all a tip really quick. You need to ask a lot of questions early on, because if you don't, you can really fuck yourself up. Because you're sitting here thinking like you're not getting attached, but you do get attached. Unless you have a body count over 20, you do get attached still from sex. Mm-hmm. But once you unless you have a high body count, you're gonna still have an attachment from sex usually. So like, you need to think about that. If we're both
in the same mindset of like this isn't gonna turn into a relationship.
Do you think your mind is stronger than your natural willpower?
And can you give me an example?
Like sexual desires. Like, have you ever had an experience where you just met somebody, or it was a very short period of time and you had such a vibe, like it felt so good with a guy, you're willing to let it go pretty early, like you wanted to fuck that night?
I mean, I've fucked people on the first date before, but I mean, I've also had first dates where I didn't even fuck them at all.
Yeah, obviously. But what I'm saying is, like, if you've experienced something like that, like, I would say your animal instinct kind of has taken over at a certain point, because women know deep in your heart to guard your fucking pussy and to not give it away for fucking nothing to a loser or something. Like, it's something that you know deep down inside of you need to protect. So if you give it to somebody very quickly, there's something special about them. I don't know what it is, whether it's their height, their whatever it is about them, but the vibe. There's something special there. So I would say, like, our animal instincts, especially women that sleep around or women that give it up on the first night, your animal instincts take over way more than you think they do, especially if you're always saying it's a vibe. That's basically saying that, like, yeah, I just fucking got horny, like, it's not, and that's fine. Like, let's be honest on the show. There's nothing wrong with it, but we need to talk about these things and understand why. One of my favorite books is written by this woman named Marty Hazelton, called Hormonal. And like, when you learn about your cycle and how you're actually super horny 2 weeks after your period, and like what you're attracted to and how you're attracted to other things right before your period, and like what you don't like, and how birth control affects that, and how SSRIs can affect that. There's so many things that can affect those things, but a lot of women are taking antidepressants or they're taking birth control, and they have no idea that this shit is affecting the type of guys that they want to fuck, or what you're naturally just aroused by, like the biggest thing though is like y'all get emotionally attached, and you can think that you're not. Like I said, if you have a high body count, you probably won't get
No,
emotionally
yeah,
attached.
like I know for sure I'm attached, but like
Well,
I
that's
also
what I'm
mentally
just saying. Be
prepared
careful.
myself,
Well,
you know?
like you're telling yourself that, but like women lie to themselves all the time. Like you're always gonna lie to yourself, especially when you're like digmatized or you really like a guy. Like you said, you met him on a dating app, but you don't know that much about him. If he's hiding a lot of his life, it's because he's probably fucking a lot of girls, honestly, and he must be somewhat attractive, especially if you met him on a dating app, because women usually only swipe right on the top 4.5% of men. So, and you're a beautiful girl, so you definitely only swiped because he was an attractive guy, because you can get any guy you probably want. So he's definitely that guy. He's definitely fucking a bunch of other girls. He's gonna lie to you about it and keep doing it as long as he can, unless he maybe wants to be honest just because he feels like it. But and to maybe to get you to walk away or something. But at the end of the day, you're wasting your fucking time, and he's getting a lot of value out of you, and he gets like you're losing, like you're taking the L on it. And like and the problem is like y'all think it's not a big deal. But every day that you're digmatized by a guy that's not gonna take you seriously, you might be walking past the guy that might be your husband. Like you might walk like the God-given guy is right there, and you're never gonna fucking see him because you're sitting here fucking focusing on this loser that's not even giving you anything. It's really sad. It happens all the time today. And I understand when you're young, you're like, I got plenty of time, but you honestly don't. Honestly, you don't, because you're not gonna say like the value that you have right now at 21, you're not gonna have at 35 or at 32. And I've had plenty of girls on the show be like, fuck, I'm so mad I'm 32 and I didn't take advantage of this shit when I was 21. So take advantage of it right now. You can lock down a fucking really badass dude probably. Let's go ahead and get the show started though. Let me see that $5 from Dr. Matt really quick before I get into the questions. Dr. Matt with the 5. Ladies, does your education or career make you more attractive to men? Very good question, bro. Let's start on your side actually. Do you think your education or career makes you more attractive to men?
Probably not.
Probably not.
I mean, I only have a high school education. I never went to college.
And you still get men easily, so obviously, like.
But I mean, a lot of men think with their dicks, so
Yeah.
why? I don't think education matters to
What's
that.
our first response?
Yeah, it's definitely our first response. I'd agree. What do you think? Here, leave it up. Does your education or career make you more attractive to men?
I feel like for women in general, it does. Mine, I feel like it doesn't really matter. But kind of like what you said, I feel like it doesn't matter. Or, like, not matter, but I feel like it's not a big thing.
It's not a big deal to men at all.
Yeah, I feel
Okay.
like.
Yeah. What do you think?
I feel like for the men who are looking for more like a wife, not for just someone to fuck, it matters because, like, why would you want your wife to be a stripper or your wife to, like, not have, like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, for ones who are actually looking for someone to, like, last
Stripper's a
long
career.
with. Yeah, I know that. But,
I mean, you just said education or career make you more attractive.
Yeah,
I'm
but
just saying I would say in any aspect, like any education or any career, do you just think it's more attractive to a man?
yeah.
But if he's looking for a long-term wife or something, you think so?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think?
Definitely, mostly men be thinking with they dick, but in a social status type of situation, yeah, if he's coming from that old good money, he ain't finna be fucking with no dummy. You feel me?
Something like that.
Why you always be running? Man, y'all go check out her Instagram. Actually, y'all go check out her fucking Instagram. I love what you've been doing though, for real. No, but what about you?
I would say that it does. Going off of what she said, if you're looking for a wife or if you're looking for a potential partner, like lifelong partner, then of course what they have in their brain, you kind of want to pay attention to that. But I feel like it goes both ways. And career-wise, I don't think it matters because usually the man is bringing in the money, so it doesn't really matter what you're doing.
Okay.
What your education is. So.
Okay. What do you think?
Yeah, following up with that, like I also agree with her too. Like it doesn't really matter, but it also just depends on like the person per se. Like depending if they're looking for like a hookup or like if they want an actual like relationship, like they're looking to like follow up eventually with it.
So y'all think, but yeah, so a lot of y'all think like if they're a relationship person, they're more likely to want like if they want a relationship, they probably want to grow with career. And stuff.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think it's a status thing. Like my education isn't an attractive education to somebody who wants an educated woman. Yes, I have 2 degrees, but they're not like it's not
Talk
like
more
the
into the mic. Yeah.
I have 2 degrees, but it's not like the level of somebody else who has it in something else. Like my friends are in med school, and
Yeah.
so it's a
You have
different
two useless
education.
ones.
Yeah, I mean, not use. They work for what my career is, but in terms of attraction to somebody else, I don't think it is. So I did it for me.
Yeah. No, I get it. So like I wanted to say I'll go. You're gonna go right after me. But so like the thing is, I would say that I just want to ask really quick. Do y'all want just say really quick? Do y'all want an average life or do y'all want like an exceptional life, like where you're able to go on vacations, have nice
I
cars,
deserve
and do all those
exceptional.
things?
Yeah.
So most of y'all want exceptional. Okay.
So what is
Well,
average?
so like the reason why I asked that is because once a guy gets to a certain success level, your career doesn't matter at all. Like at all. Like I would say that so y'all want exceptional lives. Those guys don't want a woman that's a workaholic or like wants a career or anything like that. Because like now that's why I asked, do you want an average life? Because you want an average life. Y'all's answers were fucking everybody who said that's what the guy wants. You're completely correct. A broke guy, a guy who makes $50K a year, a normal guy, he definitely wants a girl who's like very very career driven, like because he needs help with rent. He's trying to hopefully buy a home. Back in the day, whenever I was younger, I was one of the biggest reasons why I wanted relationships and stuff was because after the housing crisis and stuff, and like the like incomes were still really bad like 10 years ago, it was like, wow, the only way I'm going to be able to buy a house is if I get married or I find a woman who can split it with me. But that was a loser mentality. The real mentality I should have had that I have now is I'm going to make so much fucking money. I'm going to be able to take care of anything no matter what. And like my girl will be able to stay home and take care of our children, because the problem is we're both working. Who's taking care of the fucking kids? The school, the daycare, the fucking like who? So it's like, and that's how kids get fucked up today. Like the separation of the household and separation of the family, the nuclear family. Women like we don't like, if a guy's telling you they want that, I just want y'all to understand it's probably a red flag. He's probably a fucking bum. Like, and I just don't think. Now, I do. If y'all want to be a super understanding woman and you're okay with your hypergamy never kicking in, and you can be with a guy who makes less than you or the same as you or something like that, and it doesn't feel weird, then yeah, be a good woman to do that. But you're very exceptional. Then you're a very exceptional woman, and you're different from a lot of the others. What do you think about that, though, bro?
Yeah, I mean, so you can relate a woman's diploma or career or accolades to a gentleman's Jordan collection, basically, especially at a certain success level. It's not that it doesn't matter, because as long as you have skill sets that can benefit him and what he's doing, because that's how the relationship thrives. You're joining his program. You're going and joining his frame, not the other way around. So as long as your skill sets benefit what he's doing and it amplifies him, then that's when it's actually necessary. But other than that, I mean, I tell people all the time, there's equality in the workplace and then there's equality in the household. And it's a different, when you're in those relationships that are kind of like 50-50, you got to learn how to turn that off. It's just what it is. And it's just maturity. It can work, but like I said, you just got to understand that at a certain success level, you have to understand a different level of respect.
Mm-hmm. No, for sure. Here, go to the live chat really quick. I want to make sure there's no other stuff. You scroll down. Yeah. Okay. All good. Yeah. What's up? And if there's any questions y'all ever have, just you can interrupt like she just did.
Kind of going back to what you were saying, I had a question about what if a woman wants to work, but she'll still take care of the kids, but just
she wants to do something on the side. Yeah.
Because I mean, I'm very much of a person, like I cannot be home all day. I
Absolutely.
need to do
It's
something.
boring.
I need to get something, some social interaction.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I definitely think you should always encourage your girl to have like a side, like my girl crochets. Like that's what she does on the side, and she can sell that and make money off it. Like everybody has different things, and you should just do what you like. I just want to make sure that it's not a focus. Like it's not something that takes away from the children. It doesn't take away from. It's always just a backup thing to kind of do for fun. Even my other mothers always did that. Like I have two moms, and like they always did the same thing. Like they always had something back up, I guess.
Being a mother is a commendable job. It's a full-time job. I would say like the first 7 years specifically matter the most. The father really, his presence isn't necessarily needed all the time until the adolescent years, where they can possibly get in trouble with the law.
The disciplinary is what the father is for, and like the mother's there because she's.
So after a certain point, normally women do kind of enter back into the workforce and do other things, but as long as you really want to, that's the biggest thing. As long as it's not something that's going to stress you out and take away from the child's developments.
Now we'll go ahead and get into the topic. The topic tonight was going to be how do we predict dating will be for the last half of 2023? Because I mean, this year has changed a lot. If we look at some of the first episodes 6 months ago, or not, like 6 months ago, the way women's mentalities were, I think like Andrew Tate blowing up, all this shit going viral every day. Everybody can scroll on a fucking app and see some type of dating related content that's going to pop up, whether it's like a woman bashing a man or a man bashing a woman or something, because it gets clicks and it gets comments and it's very fucking entertaining. So because of that, I would say that we're evolving very fast because of the internet, and we're all seeing this type of stuff, and I feel like there's a wave kind of going on. I wanted to ask us really quick, do y'all see that there's a difference from 6 months or a year ago, after Andrew Tate blowing up, after all the sexual dramas blowing up and everybody talking about all these subjects for the last 6 months? Do y'all think there's a difference, 6 months, a year ago, how women were talking then, your friends and everybody around y'all, compared to right now? Or is it still city girls, women get a bag and all that type of shit? What do you think?
I don't know. I just got out of
Talking
a
to the mic.
relationship. I got out of a relationship in April-ish. And so just like entering back into like the dating scene after 3 years, a lot is different. I don't know how much of that is recent, how much is not, but I feel like men expect women to chase them now. But like if I talk to a guy, I can like
You're
hit him
talking
up.
to the mic. You gotta talk directly.
Sorry. I can hit him up or something, and I'm like, okay, how many days have to pass? Is he gonna hit me up, or am I just gonna be like chasing him? Like I don't. It needs to be mutual. Like I don't.
Haven't we talked about this?
I think so.
So like the thing is, you really got to understand, as a guy, say he's a valuable guy, which if he's attractive, which I know all y'all want to fuck attractive guys, y'all want to trace, or y'all want the attractive dude. If he's attractive, then that means that like he has multiple girls doing that, and like if as a guy that's a valuable guy, I would never take a girl seriously unless she pursued me, because if I'm pursuing a girl, I'm just simping. Like I'm literally just paying for stuff. Like you can get finessed, so like just like how y'all get finessed out your pussy, we get finessed out the bag. Okay, you get finessed out the box, I get finessed out the bag. Okay, and there's guys that will sit there and take girls on dates multiple times, and you think she's just a good girl, but really she's just stringing you along on dates for like free meals and like attention, and she's fucking Tyrone over here every other night.
Damn.
So it's like it's ridiculous. So as a smart guy, you're like, oh shit, I'm not gonna let women do that to me. I'm only gonna deal with women who come to me and show me they have burning, genuine desire for me. And the woman who has burning, genuine desire is the one that's coming to you and wanting to walk into your frame. So that guy that you're not willing to chase, or say like you're chasing really hard and he's not taking you seriously, yeah, then you're just a toy to him and he doesn't really care. But like if he takes you seriously and you're doing that, like you're pursuing him and stuff, and he takes you seriously, that's a good relationship if he's that guy, if he's worth it. If he's some loser, that's your fucking fault because you just fell for some loser.
That's the thing. I don't know yet. So since the last episode,
y'all gotta ask questions. Like what I've literally talked about. Like when you go on a date, if as soon as he says something stupid, you walk away. As soon as he says that he's broke or whatever it is, walk away.
No, he hasn't. Like he's
well, you gotta ask questions.
He's got a good job. He was like paying for everything. I met him. We went on a date. It was like it went well, but like I was the one to reach out, and then he was like, okay, yeah, we can meet up. It seemed like he did whatever I wanted, but he didn't seem like he like wanted to, if that makes sense.
I mean, if he's spending time with you, I think that's a green flag. Because if he really didn't want to spend time with you, I think he would just fucking walk away.
Well, yeah, but he's also not from here. He doesn't know anybody.
I don't think that's
he just moved to Dallas from Miami.
So like you want him, like he just wasn't hype and happy to do the date or whatever with you, or like spend the time with you?
He just like
he looked annoyed. Like what do you mean?
No, like while we were together, it was fine, but like he's not initiating. So like afterwards, I texted, was like, "Hey, I had a good time."
Initiating like sexually. Or are you saying just
yes, that's what it is.
No,
that's
not
what it is. That's what it is.
Because sometimes guys are just very nervous and like they don't want to initiate. Or like I don't like asking my girl for sex. Like I want her to come to me for it. Like that. Like I don't like no. Especially in this fucking Me Too world where it's like I gotta ask for consent every time.
That means he has to take action.
Huh?
He has to take action.
Yeah, he has to. Yeah. But a lot of guys are very scared though, and like I like
just initiate going out. Like he always answers me if I message him, but I have to message him first.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm telling you, I just think a lot of guys want to be pursued. If they're that guy, they're worth it. Okay. And that's how he's gonna be able to vet and know that the girl's really down for him or not. Like I would never take a girl seriously if like she wasn't doing that.
There's also less problems like that.
Yeah, like I wouldn't feel like all bad about pursuing a guy.
That's actual consent.
I'm just not used to it.
Yeah. What do you think about dating? 6 months ago, a year ago, compared to right now? Do you think anything's different? Do you think it's the same?
I honestly think it's kind of the same compared to if you would say like 6 months ago, but now it's like just all hookup culture. Like I'm gonna be honest, like nobody really has. Cause me personally, I'm a hopeless romantic. Like I don't really do hookups like that. Like it's just not my wave. But like I know so many people I've talked to, like almost like all of my generation, like hook up, hook up, hook up. You know. So I just feel like potentially in the future it's just gonna go to shit.
You're just watching the world burn right now.
Yeah.
Well, what do you think? Do you think anything's changed over the last year? Do you think it's kind of the same?
So, ironically, my nickname is Cupid. My birthday's on Valentine's Day, so I'm also a hopeless romantic. I love love. I feel like compared to 6 months ago, especially with the like city girl, hot boy, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, the drama.
Everybody feels opinionated and has to say stuff off their chest. So sometimes because there's no healing in that, everybody's saying and doing whatever the fuck they want to do. It just relationships right now. It's like I'm in it for myself. So unless you're bringing something to me, then I'm not really going to care for you.
It's a lot of hurt people hurt people.
Exactly. Yeah. So
wait, but when you said earlier though you were just single and you're not in a situation.
I didn't answer that.
Oh.
I low key like let it.
She was like, yes.
I said,
So you were single.
But I am.
She's probably in a situation. I'm just kidding.
Nah, I'm just coasting. I'm really just living.
You celibate?
Yeah. No.
Be real. Oh, you're not celibate?
No.
So who? So you're in a situationship.
No.
Well, if you're fucking somebody.
Okay. No.
feel
I'm
you.
single. I'm
Is
very
it, are
single.
you fucking one person or multiple? That defines. whether
Oh, I'm
you're in a
not fucking right
situationship.
now.
Oh, okay, well that's celibate. Okay.
But I'm not celibate though.
Well, you are celibate then, because if you're not fucking, if you're
She's
fucking,
open.
like
You
you're.
can hunch.
It's
Huh?
unintentional.
Yeah, you can hunch. It can happen.
So like every once in a while you like get your little kick and you'll go back to your alpha.
Exactly.
Oh wow, so she's alpha widow. Good job. But yeah, what do you think? Like, do you think dating's different over the last year?
Dating has been shit since like 2015.
She's like, I've been watching it this whole time.
Like it's been awful. Like,
But you don't think anything's changing? You don't think like women are changing or men are changing or anything's changing at all? You think it's the exact same?
for the worse, right? That's what we're talking
Shit,
about.
I'm just living in a bubble of goodness over here.
I
Sorry,
mean,
guys.
okay, but how old are you?
I'm 32.
Okay, so not to say anything like disrespectful. I'm just saying,
Hey,
like you're
what?
you're 32. I'm 23. You're like what, 9 years older than me?
I work with young people
So
every day. Okay, I know how
but
it is
you,
for y'all.
you
I know
do
exactly
you
how it is.
really?
I do. Yes.
Do
No.
you
I
really?
date a fucking 23-year-old. Like, what are you talking about? Yes, I know.
Oh my god!
Like,
So
I
you're
know- I
one
know
of
how y'all
those. You're one of those.
One of those. Oh, she really just said it. Now I got to bring the topic up. I'm gonna have to hold derail to a whole different question now just because you said that. Ladies, what do you think about an older guy dates a younger girl? Is that who's wrong in that?
I didn't say you were wrong.
I don't think
Okay.
anybody has to be wrong.
Or
I
what's
think
wrong
it's-
with that? Or is there anything wrong with that? We'll say that. Is there anything wrong with older guy
Okay,
dating a younger
if the dude, if there's like, I mean, if she's fresh out of high school, you got a problem, buddy. Because that's a little too young, and if you're like 30
Right on
something,
the-
Predator.
But like say
like
like
I'm talking freshly
but
graduated.
let's say like 40-year-old
Right
with
on the
25-year-old, like 40-year-old,
But, like-
25-year-old, 35-year-old with like 23-year-old. Like, what about stuff like that?
That's fine as long as y'all like, like if y'all think you have genuine connection, like it's fine. It doesn't really matter. But I mean, my mom, she married somebody who was like 16 years older than her, so.
How
mean,
good is their relationship though?
He ended up being psychotic. And he ended up in the mental hospital.
That was like
But,
I had to follow up to know,
But I mean, I've had friends like their parents were.
She might
They
have
had
been
a
a
big
What is that?
Oh yeah,
Hybristophilia.
yeah.
What is that?
That might have been
Hybrist-
hybristophilia.
Hybristophilia is whenever a woman is attracted to a felon or like con artist or like a bad like a person that like goes to prison or anything
Like,
like that.
you understand that some of the biggest killers in America, they had like fan mail from many
Oh,
women.
that guy with the mugshot. the little-
Tons of
Yeah,
women,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
Women love people that are like, dude. And you know what's crazy? Like the reason why that like that thing is such a cool thing, hybristophilia, is because only women are hybristophiliacs.
Mhm.
Men are never it. There's no such thing as like a guy being one. Like there's no such thing as guys being attracted to a woman that was in prison. But women, y'all are.
Questionable.
On Netflix, I think it's a little prison
So,
love
no,
situation.
trust-
I'll explain it
so-
because
Yes. No. Listen really
They
quick.
have
Love
mommy
toxic
issues
women.
and some
Ladies.
more.
Here, hold on.
Let's not-
There's reasons why y'all learn
yeah,
why.
check it out. So, it's the three traits that make those gentlemen what they are, and it's narcissism, it's psychopathy, and it's Machiavellianism. Now, these three traits every man must master, within themselves because we have them no matter what.
What's the last thing you said?
Machiavellianism is like a hyper selfishness.
Yeah, it's like basically exploiting others for gain, for personal gain. But check this out. As a narcissist, social media is narcissism no matter what. Whether you're trying to portray something with your voice or you're trying to look good online in some capacity, market yourself well to the marketplace, it's narcissism. Psychopathy, the thing about psychopathy is that the same thing that leads a man to start killing people is the same exact thing that makes a man want to go into a burning building and save a child. So there's that. And then Machiavellianism, if you don't learn how to basically, I wouldn't say exploit others. You do want to do that to your enemies though. And you never want others to take advantage of you or your loved ones or your lineage. So if you don't learn how to do that for yourself, then you'll always be taken advantage of by others.
Yeah. So it's attractive, and also a guy that's like gone through anything, he's a protector. And at the end of the day, women always want a protector. So a guy that's gone or is like in prison or anything like that, like he might just be like, y'all are very attracted to somebody that can just hurt somebody if he needed to.
Those 3 traits make the vagina tingle.
sadly. But yeah, what else? Wait, what did I ask that question? I started with you. Yeah. What about you? Or what do you think about a guy that dates older guy that dates younger women?
I don't see anything wrong with that. I mean, I definitely think there's a limit. I definitely think there's a limit. Like
Islam says like cut in half plus 7. So if the guy's like 40, that's 20 plus 7 is like 27. Or like
I feel like 10 years is automatically like the cutoff.
10 years is automatically the cutoff.
Yes, like
okay.
Yes.
But that's ridiculous because what if she's like 30 and he's like 45? Like that doesn't it doesn't make a fucking difference. That's why you can't just say like an arbitrary number like 10.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Yeah, it's very impossible to do that because then you just be saying stuff like that. I'm
see
serious.
nothing wrong with it,
Like the cut in half plus 7 always works. Like break it down on any number. 24. That's 12 plus 7, 19. 26 cut in half. 13 plus 7, 20. The cut in half plus 7 is like the best formula to always do. I feel like even on the lowest end, like 22, 11 plus 7, 19-year-old with a 22-year-old. Like that doesn't sound that bad. What you think a 22-year-old with a 19-year-old is bad? That's a 3-year difference, bro. That's not that.
I mean, but bro, what are you doing with
women get
Okay,
socially
my
calibrated.
question
Wait,
is
hold on. Women get socially calibrated way quicker than men.
always
So the
say
20
this.
it's because it's a fact. Because y'all are literally hardwired differently than us. Your brain is literally different than ours. You are definitely way more. You know how many guys come up to you by the time you're 15 to 18 than how many guys get an opportunity to talk to a woman. You get literally like 100 times more because guys are always pursuing and saying stupid shit. Y'all get catcalled by fucking 50-year-olds.
So that's my point. What are you doing with this 19-year-old? If you're a 22-year-old man,
what I'm saying is that 22-year-old mentally is literally younger than the 19-year-old girl. That 22-year-old guy is literally like an 18-year-old. When I was 22, bro, I was not anywhere close to where I am right now. Like we are literally retards when we're young. I'm serious. Like we make a lot of mistakes when we're young. Guys, we do not get the same privileges as y'all. Like how I agree, a 20-year-old woman is really smart. Like if she's had a lot of social experience, she has a really good head on her shoulders. But a 20-year-old guy doesn't know shit.
Okay, so if I'm a 22-year-old woman dating a 19-year-old man, everyone's gonna look at me funny, right?
No, not at
Oh,
all.
you see,
I don't like that as like
I just don't like younger people.
So women are
well, of course you don't. A woman never wants to date down. A woman always dates up. That's never a thing.
So women are halfway developed by the age of 11 and they're fully developed by 21. Men are 15 at the halfway point and then 30 and above at fully developed. So
we're completely
that's why
different.
Like women can actually start having children around the ages of their adolescent once they start going through puberty. But obviously there are laws against that now in America specifically, but it is possible.
Yeah, if you look at biology, there's a reason why like women used to have children at way younger ages and shit. It was because biologically it worked out very well for a very, very, very long time. Yeah, they could have multiple. What do you think about, older guys, younger girls?
I don't see nothing wrong with it because some girls have a more mature mindset to their.
Yeah, I actually agree. Like when I met my girlfriend when she was 21, she had her own apartment. She already had her bachelor's degree at 21. Like She fully took care of herself, and I was talking to other girls that were like my age, like around 29, 30 and stuff, and they were fucking losers living at their mom's house and had nothing going for them in their life and shit. Like you can definitely find younger women that are way smarter and got their shit together than fucking 30-year-old women. It's crazy. What do you think? You know, older guy, young girl, is that okay?
Me or-
Yeah, you, yeah. Talk your shit.
I feel like it really just depends on the situation. Like my whole thing is, what are you trying to gain? Because yeah, like you said, okay, you dating.
Why do you think there's always something to gain?
Because like you said, you're not dating older women, like people around your age, because they're losers. So my thing is, yeah, okay, well, I'm not finna date you if you're a loser too, my guy.
I know. So but yeah, so I know, but like, what do you always like? Women tell themselves, "I want to date somebody around my age," and then they're mad because he only makes $30,000 a year. What the fuck?
I don't be caring about the
money. You don't care.
I just
You don't
want
care?
it's the money's not really a big thing. Like if you're holding your weight, then yeah, like
Hypergamy isn't real, guys.
Eventually, it does.
It does,
take a
yeah.
toll.
Wait, have we talked about this? Have you taken care of a guy before?
Bro, we're not gonna get into this. We've already
Did
talked
you?
about this. We already talked about this. You told me
Why do
that.
you keep playing Build a Man? Like,
I'm
what
not
the fuck is
playing
your
Build a
problem
Man.
with it?
Listen, what the fuck is your problem? Look, I'm asking, I'm telling you. It's not about Build a Man. My thing is like I do come from a different background than probably a lot of people at this table, or even most women whose setup was different. So it's like for me, I'm not pressuring a guy to like, even the guys that do have money and they come up in my face, like money is not a big thing. I do want someone that I can talk to and actually sees me for me. Like if you have money and that's what you got going on, cool. But if it's like you got money and I feel like I'm still a mother slave.
Have you ever had a dream that you?
I hate you. I hate you and all your stupid buttons.
No, I mean, I get it. It's just, I don't know.
I'm a different breed. You can't put me in
No,
the
you're
box.
not. I've heard that a million times, and like most of y'all women are the same,
no,
bro.
we're not.
Then why when I read like the evolutionary desire by Dr. Buss, or like any of these people that are evolutionary psychologists, like why is there tons of studies showing that 70-80% of y'all like the same features, y'all like the same stuff? Like,
Okay, so the other percentage is me. The other
I'm just
percentage
saying.
is me.
I'm just saying that animal instinct we were talking about is way stronger than y'all want to fucking think it is.
But also in the 21st century, it's a man's job to facilitate the experiences of women. So women don't like making decisions. They would rather live a life of not making decisions at all. So when an actual man does come into play and does that, that's whenever you start looking upwards, because women only date across and above hierarchies. They can't date down. Men can date down. They'll date down because they'll take whatever options they can get at a certain point. Like I said, ages 18 to 30 right now, men are 1 in 3 men are actually sexless. They're not having sex. So
yeah, but you slurs, man, are out here. What do you think? Dating older guy, younger woman?
So when I was 19, I was dating this older guy. It depends on what you're actually going through and why they pursued you, because grooming is a thing.
Thank you.
Both parties. I mean, girls can do it to young men too.
True.
So if they find like little openings for you and it's not really a relationship,
student.
it's more like I'm coaching you of how to be the person I want you to be, then I think it's a problem.
You think a guy coaching a woman is a problem to like becoming like more a better girlfriend or anything like that?
There's a difference between a better girlfriend or you just coaching a woman to be
fetish.
a woman.
So like so give me an example of one of these coaching, like how could a guy coach a girl to where it's a negative thing?
Okay, so say I want to go out, right? And we always, have this conversation about like clothes and stuff, what you can wear and not. So if he's literally like laying out stuff for me to wear and telling me who I can and can't talk to when we get to the event, who I can and can't socialize with, what I can post, then what I'm supposed to do afterwards, yeah, that's coaching.
Well, yeah, so like what's stupid is like if a guy gets into a relationship without setting boundaries. And so what happens all the time is like y'all get into relationships with guys and it's y'all's boundaries. It's y'all's frame is what we call it. And the reason why this happens consistently today is because a guy doesn't enforce boundaries today because we get shamed for it. There's very few men that enforce boundaries in a relationship like right from the start. And a lot of guys don't have the value to do it because the only guy that's going to enforce boundaries is a guy that has abundance of women. So a guy that doesn't have abundance of women, say he's just lucky to get a girl or like the beta guys that usually get in relationships or are begging for them. Yeah, those guys, it's in your your frame. It's whatever you want. And he's probably insecure about what you wear. You going out on girls' nights and stuff like that. But he's too much of a pussy to ever say anything because you're going to talk shit to him and shame him and say he's insecure or he's controlling. And you're going to say all these things. So then it doesn't work. Whereas a good relationship is like we were talking about earlier. It's in the guy's frame where the woman's coming into that. And yeah, like my girl doesn't, like, I don't have to worry about anything like that because my girl doesn't go out. Like, I don't have to worry about anything like that because she's in my frame.
It's
and
what
she,
you want in a relationship.
well, yeah, that was my boundary. Like, she's more than welcome to go out to the club, but I mean, she's just not going to be in a relationship after. Like, that's all. Like, it's just, and it's no drama or it's nothing like that. It's just, that's in my boundary. And I would just say, if you're in a relationship with a guy that does something like that, he's just a beta bitch. Like, you shouldn't be with him anyways because he wasn't even a strong enough man to have boundaries and, like, have his frame set up from the get-go, from the start. Because that's the problem is they always try to enforce it later on, and that doesn't work. You cannot enforce a boundary. Like, you look like such a bitch as a guy. If you've been dating a girl for like 6 months, you're like, babe, I want you to stop going to the club. I want you to stop wearing stuff like that. You look like a bitch. If you would have said it from the fucking start, and she was like, okay, I will accept, you're such a badass, I will do that.
Right,
And he's
what
old
you do
as
and
fuck
don't
doing
want.
this shit.
Yeah.
He gotta go.
Yeah.
What you
He
do
gotta
and don't
go.
want, right?
Yeah.
Don't pursue
Yeah,
that
but
person.
that's
But I would say, like, coaching though, that's like the number one like thing that we actually look for is a woman that is coachable. So like a woman that is willing to actually want to learn. Say I'm very experienced and I'm an actual guy that's successful and I can actually like put you onto a lot or I can make our lives better. Why the fuck would you not be coachable? Why would you not want to sit there and learn from him and like want to become better?
Grooming is more so like a sexual type of thing.
Well, no, I wanted to ask specifically.
Grooming and
Give me an
coaching is
example.
different.
Give me an example of how a 19-year-old can be groomed by a 22-year-old.
Oh no. See,
I want to
there's
know a
difference.
specific example
Now,
of how
with
this is
those
possible.
two, like a 3-year difference and stuff, like that one, I don't really see a problem.
Oh, that's why I was asking her because she specifically
But
said
mine,
that.
like the whole, like the cut in
because what are
half,
you doing with
depending
this
on.
girl?
When I was 19, I was going out with a 27-year-old. So
See,
that's like the difference in
this
that.
the problem like comes down to one thing. Did that 27-year-old have his own place?
No.
Okay, exactly. He's a fucking loser. Thank you. And if say he's 40 years old and he doesn't have his own fucking place, then duh, of course it's not like he's a fucking 40-year-old loser.
Yeah.
Like so, like it's the answer's always very obvious. But no, 22 to 19. Tell me how a girl can be groomed at 19 by a 22-year-old. Give me an
I didn't say it
example.
was a grooming situation for me. I'm just asking what
Just
is
give me
your
an
intentions?
example of like how a guy that is 22 years old could take advantage of a 19-year-old, just in any way, shape, or form. Just give me one example.
Out.
Yeah, like you look. What do they say?
What do you mean
now?
slut her
Put a
out?
bitch
Like,
on a blade.
Like if you're not a sexual person, you're 19. Okay, say like some people experience, when they have their first whatever, and then you meet this older guy and he's been fucking. So then
making
you
it
get in
seem
that
like
relationship,
you're the one,
making it seem like you're the reason why you're fucking. Like always putting it on you, pressuring that. That's grooming, because then in a sense, like you're making her.
Wait,
that
she's 19 years old, so y'all think a 19-year-old can be groomed?
Yeah, there we go.
But like,
then when
I'm still so confused about this.
That's the whole thing too about. That's why I said background counts too, because like when you're 19 and you come from this like setup where you're kind of already good to go and you're kind of aware of some things, it makes it easier for you to be like, oh yeah, this motherfucker's trying to get me or he's trying to play me.
But if you're not,
but when you're coming from a place where you need things or you feel like you're lacking, someone else is going to come and be attacking those
if you're
things
naive, if you're naive at 18, 19, 20 years old. What do I always talk about on this show? And it's because y'all don't have no fucking help. You don't ask for men to fucking help you vet. You don't have any guys to fucking be able to help you. Okay, but this is why you need help. Like, of course, yes, he'd have to be a manipulative as fuck 22-year-old to be able to run game on a fucking 19-year-old. Like, seriously, I could see it with a 25 plus, definitely 30 plus. I could definitely see one of those guys running hard game on a 19-year-old to be able to finesse her out of her pussy or throw her to her boys or something, or to his boys, something like that. I don't know what the fuck you were trying to fucking say with that, but like.
They call it put a bitch on a blade now. I just learned that.
Yeah, but like it's crazy because like girls will say shit like, are you excusing a girl who gets a train ran on her because she's fucking stupid? Like there's a lot of girls that will sit there and play victim because like she smashed the guy and then next thing you know like he like sends his boys in or something like that and she gets a train ran on her and she's like, oh, what the fuck? Like I'm so inexperienced. I'm like this is fucked up. It's like, bitch, you're just a hoe. Like it's not like what the fuck.
Yeah, I don't know nothing about that, but
what?
I'm just saying.
Like,
there's so many levels to this shit. It's insane.
There's no like one answer.
Yeah.
There's no one answer. What do you think about older guy, younger girl?
Older guy and younger girl. Well, that's for me. It's interesting because my parents are 22 years apart, but they're also divorced. So I think there's a very fine line on like.
Did either one remarry?
No. Well, they tried to, but then it just didn't end up well. So, But I don't know. I feel like there's a fine line between why the guy tries to get with a girl that is younger. You know, it depends on like their intention at the very first jump, you know, because like some girls are more mature than their age per se. So it just depends like on the person.
Like
Yeah.
if the girl is super immature or not. For your parents though, like if you don't mind, being honest about this, who do you think fault was for the divorce? Like who do you see as like kind of messed it up more, your mom or your dad?
I'd have to say, I feel like it's both at the same time, but more so my dad.
Like, did he do something wrong?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that's been going on.
But did they
like,
both do something wrong?
Yeah, they both were. Definitely. So
And
it was like
but
mutual.
like who started it?
Who started it? My dad.
Your dad started it and your mom like was vengeful?
Yeah, kind of.
Was it cheating?
No. It was like a lot of abuse going on and also like neglectfulness. So like I've gone through like a lot of like background wise.
Does he work a lot?
Oh yeah.
So that's the neglect
sure.
was because of him working too much?
I wouldn't say that. I would say my mom was the one that was neglectful because she was the one always working. So you know how like there's roles with like mother, father. You think like the mother would be like taking care of their kids, like being the one at home, and like the dad goes like works and everything. Well, for me, it was kind of different. It was like
especially with a 22-year difference in, in age,
definitely.
Yeah, because he's obviously probably at the top of his career and she has nothing to.
Yeah, she's like first starting off. Like she's from the Philippines, so she just moved here to the U.S. Like he has more of an advantage to her than she does.
Yeah. I mean, if any of those situations where it's something like that, he's going to have full advantage because she came from another country, obviously. Yeah. So how did that work? How did he even meet her in the first place?
So it's an interesting story. At the time, like my dad was going through pen pals. Like that's when it first like became a thing, and he was talking to my mom's sister at the time. And then we became pen pals. And he flew over to the Philippines to meet her, get to know her and everything. Then he met my mom through, obviously, her. And they ended up clicking. Next thing you know, 2 months later, they're married.
Man, classic passport bro.
Yeah.
Fat ass too, respectfully.
No, so that's kind of crazy. I was just curious. Sorry, I had to dig deep on it. I had to peel the layers back. What do you think about older guy and a younger girl?
Like I said earlier, I think it's about power imbalance. If this girl is like your girl, got her degrees, got her own place, like on top of her shit, yeah, it's fine. If it's like a girl who's fresh out of high school and college and he's like really career done and she knows nothing about the world and he's super experienced, yeah, I don't think that's right.
No.
I think that a woman's maturity can go either way. When I was younger, all of my friends were older than me. At a certain point, people my age kind of, I don't want to say caught up to me because that sounds a little conceited, but I was always just ahead of everybody else. And so once it leveled out, I started making friends my age, and it's different. So like now I would date somebody older, but when I was 19, I wouldn't have.
I gotta ask really quick: do y'all think that guys are attracted to a woman with experience or not?
Like sexual experience.
We're gonna say
like
experience in general, like all of it, sexual, traveling, just everything that you learn from life, business. Do you think a guy likes a woman with experience in life?
Yes, if he's also like just his experience, like if he's a little bit further in life, he would probably want someone that's going at least somewhere, not just like freshly starting out. So it can definitely, I guess it just depends more on the guy per se.
Would you say there's like a limit to experience?
If like a woman
that's
is
too
well
much?
educated about things, I mean, I don't know, that's hot. Like, okay, yeah, you know where you're going, you know what you're doing, I'm just gonna follow you. Like, or
you think a guy thinks that's hot?
If she's like, it's kind of.
I know you think that's hot in a guy, but you think a guy think that's hot?
But some guys like it if a girl's more like dominant. So.
Oh, really?
Dominatrix.
Yeah, there's some, there's some guys out there that if
I
his
would
girl
say those
puts
guys
him
are
in his
pretty
place,
fucking-
then he's into that. But
That's I would run from a guy if you ever meet one like that. What do you think? Do you think a guy wants a woman with experience?
I agree with her. I feel like it depends on the guy, because if he is looking for that, like, yeah, he's gonna be like, oh yeah, this is what I want, I'm attracted to that, that's sexy, whatever. But if he's like not up there doing that type of stuff or have goals to do that type of stuff, he's gonna be like overpowered and kind of like,
I want to say in general, like we're gonna say like the majority of men. When I ask this question, do you think a majority of men like experience in a woman?
Yes.
Yes. What do you think?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yes and no.
Explain why.
If you're dealing with like an older guy, or even he doesn't even have to be older, like low-key, we talked about this, and then I have had my own experience. A lot of men do like being able to like take us places that we've never been, or maybe they've been but they know we haven't been. So it's almost like, he couldn't pop our cherry, so he's gonna pop us into this new experience and have the being able to say, oh, I taught you this, or we learned this, or we did this together. Then you do have those guys that they like the fact that you might know a thing or two, or you're
Talk a little closer if you can.
culturally or experienced, or you've gone places. So majority, no, they want us to kind of be like, we ain't never been nowhere, we ain't done nothing. Teach us something, take us somewhere. And then you have that little nice group that be like, oh my God, yeah, you've been these places.
Yeah, because
cool,
kind of build a
working
bond
good.
when you do that with somebody for the first time, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of something special, isn't it? What do you think?
Okay, she put it in another perspective for me.
Yeah,
But yeah, at first I would have said, yeah, they do. But going along with what she said, they want to be the ones to like be able to show you and share that experience with you. But they also want you to have at least a little bit of knowledge. Like, don't go into a situation all dumb. Like,
Yeah, you don't have to be a bimbo.
right, exactly. They don't want to take you to a nice restaurant and then you over here like, wow, we got 3 folks. So yeah,
there's a limit.
Because the goal is to make him look good in public,
exactly,
ladies.
Yeah, you
At
gotta know
all
how to walk.
times.
Yeah, gotta know how to walk and dress for sure. What do you think?
When it comes to experience, I feel like it depends on the guy too, because like sometimes the guy wants the like to teach the girl, or and like I don't know how to word it. Like when it
But in general, you would say like most guys want that.
yes and no. Like how they were saying too, like how they were explaining it. Like I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah.
It's like popping your cherry but not popping your cherry. Like he ain't get to pop your cherry. You know that song "Spin 'Bout You"?
Yeah.
If you heard it, he was saying, 27.
Well,
I
we'll
love
give it.
to learn things though.
Yeah. What do you think?
The way that she explained it is the way I was thinking about it. Like I've had some men that are like, man, you really haven't done anything, and like they don't like that. But most of them are like, oh, let me put you on. Like how often do you hear a guy say that?
I would say a guy is super fucking weird if he thought that was like a bad thing that you haven't experienced a lot. Like that's so weird, honestly.
Like, oh, you haven't traveled enough. Oh, you like don't.
Any
like,
guy
go out
that
to
has
eat
ever
or-
said that, I think that's super fucking weird, man.
I think it's weird.
I think that, like,
you
I would
shouldn't
instantly
ever
red
shame
flag that
somebody
guy.
for what they
Same.
do or don't.
Well, no, like
experience.
it's just very weird that he would say. I'm telling you, like, it's just weird because most guys definitely like it's like Aladdin. We want to show you the world. Like we don't like if I'm not gonna like and she like I know you've heard me say this, but like yeah, if I can't pop your cherry, I want to pop all your other cherries. I want to be the first one to take you to Rome. I want to be the first one to take you to fucking restaurants. Like I want to be the first because that's how you build experiences and that's how you build memories with somebody. Yeah, like if you get with a girl who's 30 years old and she's already traveled the world and already done all this stuff, and like y'all have the privilege of getting all that shit paid for y'all. Y'all are out earning men in major cities. Women graduate at 60% of the rate compared to 40% from college right now. Y'all are like the pay cap's gone. Y'all are like doing way better than most men because y'all also have the privilege of also guys helping you in any state of mind or any time like a guy will always be there to help you. Even your family sometimes. Like I got 4 sisters. They trust me. If they ever need help, my family's gonna fucking help them in 2 seconds. They never helped me once. Okay, I never asked for it, but it's just something. It's very natural for women to always have something to fall back on, and that's okay. But realize that if you go on all these vacations for 10 years and then you meet a guy who's 30 years old, he's been working his ass off his whole life. He's only got to go on 2 vacations over the last 10 years because he was focused on his career, so he could get to that $300,000 a year, whatever he's making then. Yeah, he's not gonna want to go. He's not gonna want to date the girl who's 30 years old or has all that experience because he's like, no, like you already went to Rome. I'm gonna find a younger girl who wants to go to Rome with me. And it's gonna be her first time. It's gonna be special. It's just, it's not like we really care about having those special experiences with y'all because that's also going to make our lives better in the future, like our kids' lives better, like all that bonding shit. That's what's gonna make y'all's marriage or make y'all's kids' lives better. Like you having those type of moments, like you give that away to all these other men, like early on. Then whenever you're older and you're trying to like build a family and shit like that, y'all aren't loving, y'all don't have like this passion and stuff, and it's because y'all didn't build any bond, man. Y'all didn't build any experiences together. That's why it's bad if y'all go get 20, 30 bodies and experience fucking the fucking 6-inch dude to the foot-long dude fucking cock. Like, you get to experience like all these crazy fucking things, and then like experience like them all taking you on these trips or these crazy fucking things, and it's like you can never appreciate a normal guy after that, or you can never even appreciate a badass dude after that. Even if he's bad, like say he's 6'2", he's jacked, and he's got a decent sized dick and stuff, you might still be thinking about fucking Edgar from fucking 2 years before because he hit it right. You know, it's like, but I'm just saying, like, it all, like, that mentality of always having one foot out the door and one foot in is what comes from you experiencing too much. Like, Adam and Eve, the reason why Eve is the one who ate the fruit is because, and that's the tree of knowledge, to know about what it's like to experience these things. And when you eat the tree of knowledge, when you fall to temptation, we all fall out of symbiosis. It's only the woman that failed. Like, as soon as, like, and the man failed at telling her not to fucking eat the fruit. But that's where guys
By
fucked up in
listening to
history. Yeah, we listened to her and we fucking fell too. And like, but the reason why the woman is eating that fruit is because if y'all fall to temptation, it fucks everything up for everybody.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about too. Like, why did you? God told you not to eat it. Why did you take it?
What do you think, Julian, about about that though? Like when like that subject.
Well, I mean, Leonardo DiCaprio, obviously.
I love him. He's
You can look at his situation, and he's doing 26 and below, 18 to 26 range. So, he's happy. You know, he's living his best life, while a lot of other actors in Hollywood are pretty much cucks.
Yeah, dude. Really, if you think about it, like a lot of the other actors are fucking little bitches and letting all types of weird shit happen.
Yeah.
Shout out to Will Smith.
They just get disrespected in public by their women, and you know, it's just a lifestyle choice, I think. So, but objectively speaking, I believe it's the age of 23 that is objectively the most attractive to men up to 90 years old.
Yeah. When they did studies on it, it was 20. Like they asked guys across all their ages, and it was 23, no matter what the age of the guy was, all the way up. Pretty fucking weird, huh? 90-year-olds want to fuck 23-year-olds still, huh?
You're not lying. I'm 23.
And everybody's trying to fuck, huh?
Bro, it gets weird. I'll be like, bro, like, you could be my granddad or my dad. Chill out.
Honestly,
Then
You'll learn what a long dick look like today.
All right, I'm gonna finally ask a question that has to do with our subject. What major trends do y'all foresee dating for the rest of 2023? Like, what do you think is going to be happening in the dating market for the rest of the year?
I guess through social media, I've just seen that I've noticed there's more people coming out about, like, they do want more than just hookup culture. So I guess I'm hoping that hookup culture will start coming to an end, and that people.
While you're hooking up with somebody right now, you
I mean,
Yo,
yeah, hookup culture would be nice
She
to
belongs
end,
to the
but
streets.
you know, we're all a victim to it.
we're all a victim to it. Yeah, that's funny. What do you think? What do you predict is going to come over the rest of the year? Is it going to be a good winter season? Everybody going to be getting wiped up this winter?
I feel like it's gonna be the same. I feel like it's been the same. The hookup culture, I've never heard that, but the hookup culture, I feel like that is a thing. Like, it's
not
big
going
thing
away?
right now. Yeah.
And it's not going anywhere?
I wish that people would be more serious.
Okay. I got to ask really quick. How many of y'all are using dating apps right now?
I don't
Just real
use
quick.
them.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah? Shane. She's a clown, guys. Everybody laugh at her. She's never seen the show before. She doesn't know. I make fun of people who use dating apps. That's like the worst thing ever, honestly. Like, and especially with your little innocence and shit, you should stop using that, because a bunch of guys are just gonna take advantage of you on there. There's no connection.
Yeah.
The reason why dating apps don't
I
work.
had my face for sure.
Yeah, well, the reason why they don't work is because there's no connection to you and somebody else. So, like, say, like, you meet people through, like, a social group, like how we did for thousands of fucking years. There's always somebody connecting you to that person, so you're less likely to screw that person over. So, like, as guys especially, if I'm on a dating app, I've never taken a girl. I've only used it very slightly, and the only time I did, I never took the girls fucking seriously, because it's just like, oh, what a slur. Like, why are you using this? Like, I just don't. I just wouldn't take a girl seriously on a dating app, like, honestly, and because there's nothing connecting me to you. I can walk away, and it's not gonna. The shame's never gonna get me. There's no shame. There's none at all, because you're not gonna go tell any of my friends, and you're not gonna tell any. Yeah, I don't have to worry. So don't ever use dating apps. They're completely useless. But yeah, back to the original question. What I asked. Oh, what do you think is going to happen over the rest of the year?
Yeah, I do feel like it's also gonna be the same, but like I don't know why, but I feel like it's more like a seasonal thing, like because people in the winter they want to be more laid up and more like not with just different people with the same person, and like winter they want to be like, oh, I want to be outside, da, da, da. So it's like
Summer's like city boys.
I
yeah.
definitely
Yeah.
agree with that.
Oh, say less.
Yeah, you do agree. Yeah, so like this is funny that like we're talking about being seasonal. Like I really agree with y'all. Would y'all say have y'all seen personally or you personally experienced a girl literally ending a relationship because it's like, oh yeah, it's summertime's coming, like I want to go to the
Yeah.
beach stuff. How often have you seen it? Honestly, a lot, a little.
I mean, not a lot, but
It's
I've
definitely a
always
thing.
noticed like some relationships that they're like, this is gonna end one day. They always end like right before summer. So
Okay, so it's only those. What do you think? You see it a lot?
I see it a lot.
You do?
Yes.
What do you think? Do you see it a lot?
I feel like more in the summer they just don't care. Like they're just like, oh, you don't want to be with me, fuck it. I'm gonna
Especially if
be
it's one of those boundaryless relationships, or like where it's in the girl's frame and like it's
It's like you can't go out.
yeah. It's not. It's if it's
Definitely
one of those relationships, those ones are gonna die basically every time at that point. I agree. What do you think? Do you think that's a normal thing that's happening a lot?
What, the seasonal situation?
Yeah. Where like do you see it personally? Where there's a lot of girls that are breaking up with their boyfriends before the summer?
I don't know. Like because my circle isn't really like that. We be,
Well, that's good. If you
we be trying to lay up 24/7 if we can, but I mean if we
we
can't.
can.
But if you can't act right in the winter time,
Or a
I'm
bunch of
not
femcells,
finna
man.
be fucking.
Exactly.
What is a femcell? What does that mean?
Oh no! I thought.
No, yeah, now you gotta explain that.
Here we
Oh
go.
shit! Y'all know what
That's
an
what it
incel
sounds
is,
like.
right?
Crazy. You got straight fucking
Do y'all know what an incel is?
No.
An incel is an involuntary
It's
celibate. It's a guy that can't get sex. Involuntarily, he can't get sex. A guy who's voluntary
He's a brokey.
celibate is like a Christian who, like, it says, I'm holding my virginity for marriage. Like,
Yeah.
that's voluntary because he's voluntarily doing it. An involuntary is a dude who, if he could, he'd smash, but he just can't get it. He can't get pussy
He's
if
a
his life
brokey.
depended on it, okay? But a woman who's a femcel, like, what do y'all think is the equivalent of that? Because obviously it's easy for y'all to get sex. So
Oh, someone
it's not
wants
going to
to
be
be
sex.
celibate?
No. Well, it's like
No,
it's not gonna be.
it's
It's not
like
gonna be
you
sex.
can't, like you want it, but you can't do it.
Yeah.
Like
Why?
Like you
Well,
saying I ain't got no
like,
options?
no, it's like, no, it's for men.
Yes.
It's a word for
It's a
men.
word for men because guys don't have options to get sex.
Oh,
One
so
third
you
of
just
men
don't get
aren't
laid.
having sex right now. So it's an insult on the internet to a guy. Like basically, if a guy's being a loser on the internet, you can be like, okay, incel, and like he'll fucking probably slit his wrist. I shouldn't say that.
But
on
a
here.
femcel is someone is a woman who can't get play. Is that what you're
Well,
saying?
no, I'm
No,
asking you.
he's
What do you think
asking
the
what's like
equivalent is? What do you think the equivalent of a guy who can't get pussy? What's the equivalent of woman?
well, the only thing I can
like
like,
three
it just
questions
sounds
you
like the
didn't get
girl's
to the table
asexual.
for.
She just doesn't want to do
No.
anything.
Like, what do you think is the equivalent?
Like I don't know.
It's not going to be the same because it's an equivalent, guys.
I don't really.
You don't know? What do you think? You don't know? What do you think?
What you're
What do you
Yeah, I
think?
don't
What do you
either.
mean? Like a name
It's-
for
it's
it?
the
It's an
girl who-
equivalent.
me?
What do you think?
Or,
No?
like, I
It's
thought-
the girl that no one wants to wife up.
Yeah.
It's the
Oh,
girl.
well,
So
like-
so a femcel would be a girl that can't get a relationship.
Yeah.
Because y'all can
Yeah.
get sex easily,
That's what I'm
but
saying.
who's
Wife
the
up,
gate?
not sleep
Because
with.
y'all are the gatekeepers of sex. But who's
Oh.
the gatekeeper of a relationship? Who puts the ring on your finger for
see,
marriage? The
that's
man
what I
does.
mean. So if we're in a relationship in the wintertime and it's not working, then like for me at least, we usually if we're not together by Valentine's Day, buddy, then it's like
Exactly.
But the biggest takeaway though I wanted y'all to understand is that if you're stuck, I think a girl that is stuck single, like no matter how hard she tries, she can't get a relationship from the guys that she wants because obviously
hopeless
there's
romantic?
nothing good about getting a relationship from a fucking dork or a loser that like you don't like. Yeah. But like if you can't get a relationship from the guys that you really want, you're a femcel.
Or
I'm
if
sorry.
you're in
Because
the
that's like
okay,
because
but
that's
what
what
if
you
you get the relationship and
I'll
it's
let you
just
wait.
not working?
that's what I'm saying. If you get a relationship and the guy's not the guy, like then that's your fault. Like
It's my fault.
yeah. Well, no. What I'm saying,
Not the problem
what I'm
with
saying
you.
is, that's
You got
your
bad
issue.
taste.
Oh, well, like you're not
No.
that girl. Honestly, that's just how it is. You're just
No,
not
You
that
got
girl.
the answers,
No.
man.
Yeah.
You ain't got the
No.
answers.
No, you're just not that
Or
girl.
if she's
Sorry.
into girls, then she's looking for a more masculine figure.
Yeah. Let me go back to what I had asked before. What I'd asked before though, I can't remember. I just said
You were asking about the seasonal.
Oh yeah, seasonal thing. What do you think?
Oh, yes.
It's a thing. What do you
yeah.
think? Seasonal thing's a thing.
Yeah, but back to the other question that this side of the table didn't answer.
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
do I think dating will change?
Oh no,
this year?
we're gonna get to that.
Oh,
I was
okay.
gonna go to her on the
Okay,
next one.
okay,
On
okay.
that. Yeah, but no. So yeah, see, I just wanted to see if everybody knew about. See, we went triple layer in questions right there. If y'all didn't
Yeah,
notice, and I kept my
it was a
memory on
good
it too.
question.
I kept my fucking memory on that. What's wait, no, you already answered the what do you predict is gonna come, right? Did you answer what was gonna happen? The prediction for the rest of the year?
No.
Yeah, go for it.
It's gonna be the same. I mean, can it really?
We
get
can't
any
fix
worse?
this shit. It's gonna get worse.
I mean, our talks. I do understand what you be saying as far as like what social media and the music we listen to and all the other stuff is like kind of programming our personal lives to be. And I mean, that's that thing where it's like, okay, if it's my fault as far as certain things in the dating, it's my fault, but it's also the person that's partnering up with me, their fault if we can't get it right either. So that means if we're all partnering with people that we can't get it right with, and then we're saying, well, fuck it, I'm just going to go out, or fuck it, I'm just going to do this. It's just going to be that, bro, until people decide to either work with the partnership that they've gotten with and find what can be fixed and what can't, or find somebody that it's just going to click with.
See, but it starts way before the partnership. It starts way before. That's why I do this show. Like the reason why like my show's called Purple Pill Pod is because there's a space on the internet called the Red Pill space. It's a bunch of fucking loser guys mostly, but like some of them, like the whole point of it is that to become red pill, like in the movie The Matrix, you become awake to reality, and reality is horrible. If when they wake up from it, they're living a way worse life than they did when they were in the Matrix, because reality isn't all sunshine and rainbows. It's not beautiful. So when you take the red pill.
The land of make-believe.
But yeah, whenever you make a whole whenever you learn all the things from this red pill space, like when you learn things about evolutionary psychology and how our brains really work and how we're actually really fucking animalistic, especially sexually, and you learn all these things, you can go into those relationships knowing, like, moving correctly and understanding men and understanding yourself the best way you can, because most of us don't understand ourselves. And then when we put on top of that we don't understand ourselves, we also mostly all have trauma, because we're all passing trauma to each other because of hurt people. So we all mostly have trauma, and most of our families are broken apart. So even more trauma on top of that. And then on top of that, we all have attachment styles. Like we all have attachment disorders based off of our traumas and stuff like that. And we have to tackle that too. So there's 3 things that you have to tackle before you even get into the relationship that you need to fix mentally within yourself. And I'd say most people don't even fix those 3 fucking things. Like they just keep getting into relationship after relationship because we're fucking monkeys and we want to fuck people. And the next thing you know, you're fucking like, we're acting like a bunch of animals, man. Like seriously. Yeah, I mean, and that's okay if like that's what you want. But at the end of the day, if you want a like one of the big things I like to bring up on here, do y'all want to get married? Do you want to have kids one day? Then you should listen to some of the shit that I'm going to teach, because it's going to help you get into those things. If you don't want those things, I don't fucking care. You don't need to fucking want it. But yeah, what do you think? Do you think that it's It's going to change by the end of the year? Do you think it's going to stay the same?
I think it's going to stay pretty consistent.
Pretty consistent, yeah. What do you think?
I feel like it's gonna stay consistent, but at the same time, I hope it doesn't, because I also notice a lot of girls now have like started realizing their worth. They know what they want compared to like 6 months ago or like however long ago. I just feel like feminism is now like, I don't know, just gotten more big.
Everybody, or femininity in a way has gotten a little bit bigger. I think all these shows telling women y'all need to act like women has fucking actually made a difference. I gotta ask really quick. We're gonna layer this question. Do y'all, if a guy was just no, wait, let me restart. Say like you're living with a guy and somebody breaks into your house, and whenever that happens. Actually, I'm gonna change it. Have you ever heard that one?
Yes,
yeah, here I'm gonna change it. I'm gonna change it up. I'm gonna change it just for you. Say like you go to say you go to the club with your man, and a guy walks up behind you and just takes a big ass fucking grip hold of your fucking ass right there.
Oh my god!
Okay, say he does that, and he just looks at you and he's like, like, damn babe, like what the fuck, like how would that make you feel? If he did that, like he just looked at just like, what the fuck?
If he witnessed it and didn't do anything about it, I'm gonna be like, so you're just gonna let anybody
how's it gonna make you
touch
feel?
me?
Yeah,
like,
how would that make you feel?
I'd
Pretty
be
pissed off?
like pretty pissed off. Like, damn, do something about that.
How would that make you feel?
I'd be beyond pissed off, because you finna tell me that you just saw him do that and you're not gonna do nothing about it. That like he just disrespected me basically.
Yeah. What do you think? How would that make you feel?
Disrespected.
Right? Yeah. How would that make you feel?
To me being me, he would have had to jump in after I've already, like, in the midst of me attacking this man, because I would have just lost my shit.
But it would make you feel like you have a pretty shitty dude, right?
Yeah, if he didn't do anything, I'd attack him next.
It's like when you don't jump in during a jumping, you're gonna get shanked the next time.
Very
Right?
disappointed and probably like disrespected like everybody else.
Yeah. What do you think?
The same, disappointed and disrespected.
Disappointed?
No, I feel the same. Like, hey, is this for everybody? Like,
Yeah.
I thought it was yours.
Yeah. So ladies, that's how men feel when we have to tell women how to be women. Because that's all that was that you had to tell a man how to be a man in that moment, and that makes you feel some type of way. That's how we feel whenever we have to tell a woman how to be a woman. And we have to do that shit all the fucking time now. All the time in relationships, we got to be like, that's not feminine. That's not this. You're talking about femininity. I hope it has a comeback because we're tired of telling y'all how to be feminine. Like, y'all don't want to tell a guy how to be a man. We don't want to tell y'all how to be a woman.
I mean, but I can't tell you, like, that's that thing where it's like the background.
And the only reason we have to teach y'all is because of trauma, because you didn't have fathers to teach y'all. Y'all disrespected men your whole lives, and you
examples.
Yeah, you need good examples.
Well, yeah, but like it's also like you say, oh, well, you need to teach us like how to be feminine, whatever, but like at the same time, it just feels like it also depends on the person and what they've gone through and how they have to like raise themselves and whatnot,
Yeah, because I always say like a woman falls into her feminine nature, like if the guy is that guy, like if he's playing his role perfectly, she's gonna fall into her role, and like that's how every one of my relationships have been perfect, because I was always in my role, and she's able to be the perfect feminine creature that she was supposed to be, because she didn't have to worry about going to work 40 hours a week. She didn't have to worry about doing all this extra bullshit to survive, because when you got to do all that extra bullshit to survive, that's what makes you become masculine. That's like all the masculine traits come from working. Everything. Like one of the biggest things that I teach guys in my mentorship is how to get younger women, because honestly, sorry to any older ladies, but the older she is, the less likely she's going to have devotion for you. She's going to have devotion for her job and making money, or her boss. I want her to have a devotion for me. So I'm going to catch her young before she forgets how to do that, because y'all can't. You can't get to a point where like you completely forget how to show full devotion to a man. And relationships don't work from you just being half-assed. Me and my girl fucking constantly give to each other. Constantly. Just constantly. What do you need? 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 It's to the point where like I already know what she fucking needs before she says it. And I just can do shit all the time. And she does the same for me. And that's how relationships are supposed to be. But what happens? You get hurt. And then you never want to do shit for people. You're like, oh, that fucking hurt that last asshole. I'm not going to do laundry for this guy. I'm not going to do anything for this guy. Like, fuck him. That's not what love is. Love is devotion. That's doing shit for people regardless of how you fucking feel. And it's not tit for tat. It's not just because he did this, I'm going to do this now. No, it's just fucking do it all. Do it all. And then if he's that guy, he's going to do the same back. If he doesn't, then that sucks.
Yeah, ladies, I mean, right now the world is set up for high consumerism, and they exploit women the most because they're 80 to 90% of the consumer rate in America specifically. So they want y'all single.
You lie, women buy.
They want y'all single, so they feed you the beautiful lies that go ahead. And that's the reason why the cosmetology or the
astrology.
No, not that. I'm talking about the cosmetic world.
Cosmetic.
They don't go out of business during economic collapse. They don't go out of business during those time periods.
Y'all still gotta buy makeup.
Exactly. You're still getting your hair done. You're still getting your nails done. They are the high level consumers. So there's the thing is like
by choice.
They want y'all single so that you can keep on spending your money, and there's no plan. There's no end to what you're going to be doing with it specifically. So you're just working your whole life, and there's no exit strategy. Normally, an exit strategy would be finding a good man, settling down with having his kids, and
but don't
not
you
having
still
to worry
expect
about
those women to get their hair and nails and makeup done?
Of course.
So then you're just paying for it.
Of course.
Okay.
That's
the point. But that's the point. So you said you buy it for yourself?
No, not me.
You're a whole goofy.
I said I'm buying alcohol. He said alcohol. Makeup isn't going out, and neither is alcohol. I'm buying makeup. I'm buying alcohol.
What you think?
I'm just saying, y'all definitely do for
But
something.
since 1965, because of birth control officially entering the marketplace, that has liberated women completely.
Yeah, y'all have full capability and control over your sexual, like having a baby.
Yeah,
that gives
then
you
led to the sexual revolution, and in 1971, dollar came off the gold standard, and that's when we started printing worthless paper money. and it's even worse today.
We
Inflation
doubled
is
the
crazy.
workforce. We doubled the workforce, guys. Our GDP went up like crazy, isn't it? Aren't we happy?
Where your grades at? You gotta say fucking
GDP's up, but families are broken. What's up? What about you? For the last question was what do you think it's gonna predicting for the rest of the year? Do you think it's gonna change?
I hope it does. I've been seeing ads for, I think they're called pair rings, where like single people wear this.
Oh
ring.
yeah, I've seen it. Yeah.
And they're pushing the meet people organically, and I like that. And I hope that trend continues, because the more people I've talked to in person, they're like, yeah, I deleted dating apps. Fuck that. I'm tired of those people.
I'm leading the charge in this shit. Let's
that
go.
continues and that people start meeting each other in person again. I think it means more if you meet someone where they are instead of how they decide to put themselves out.
Yes, I agree, because that means they're not lazy fucks that sit on their couch and look for the path of least resistance every day. If you're a fucking big enough adult to go outside, that means you're fucking better than literally half the population right now that sits on the couch and does nothing. The next question was, how might technology impact dating for the rest of the year? That was actually a good one. We'll start with you on this one.
I don't know.
How do you think technology? I mean, AI is out now. There's literally AI bots that will fucking artificial intelligence. Like, there's literally AI bots for your phone that will reply to messages for girls. Like a guy that's trying to get girls, he can literally use a bot now, and it will reply for him so he doesn't say something stupid.
It's an evil world we live in.
Yeah, no, y'all are about to get finessed out the box.
I'm not. That's why you call it FaceTime.
Yeah, but I mean, still, he can do okay on those things. Like, I don't know. I guess you could kind of tell if he's a dork pretty quickly by the FaceTime. Yeah.
Sometimes you can tell by how he's dressed.
Yeah, maybe. I guess so. But no, no. Answer the question though. Do you think technology is gonna make a difference? Do you think it's gonna do anything? Think about AI and stuff. You don't think it's gonna make a difference?
Yeah, no, I think it can. I think even just like.
What do you think about? I want even think about like sex robots, guys. This shit's coming in the next few years. Like, do you think that's gonna affect the marketplace?
Sex robots.
I think it'll affect men a lot in the same way that watching porn does.
Yeah.
Wait, how does? Let me not even start with the porn, bro. Let me not even get in.
Just like how y'all completely.
I'm good.
Just like how y'all walked away from men whenever y'all got birth control, and y'all get the ability to completely like control like y'all's birth. Men are going to take over whenever the robots come, because women are officially going to be useless, especially argumentative women. Like, they're literally just going to go buy 4 fucking hot like robots and have all the different flavors they want.
Don't you want that yearning of an emotional connection?
I think that these robots, I think we're pretty fucking stupid as men, and I think that we're gonna fall for the robots' emotional like things, and we're gonna be like, yeah, this is good enough. I like it. Oh, she sucked my dick. Awesome.
AI chat,
huh?
Like that movie?
AI chat too.
Yeah, and you just be like, bitch, suck my dick, and she does it immediately. Like, that's just gonna be awesome. And then be like 4 of my robots, all y'all do at the same time. Like, I'm telling you, y'all are gonna be useless when fucking sex robots come out. And that's whenever the power dynamic is going to switch again, just like how it switched in the 60s.
Yeah, this is all just high-level consumerism at the end of the day. If you decide to be a consumer, then you're probably going to go in that direction. But
yeah. Well, especially, y'all got to understand how many guys are sexless. So they're all going to go to that fucking route, because they rather do that than not have nothing. Yeah.
Most people are really lazy.
Yeah.
I don't think people realize how many,
yeah.
It's the truth.
Yeah, we're all very, I swear, y'all, we're just, like if you watch a documentary with some gorillas or something and they're all just laying around being lazy all day, or the cats that just lay around in savannah, yeah, we're fucking animals like that. Like, we're lazy as fuck.
Our phones make it worse.
Yeah. Dopamine. What about you? How might technology impact dating for the rest of the year, you think? Or just, and not just the rest of the year, but in the future? We're going to talk about AI and all of that.
Technology-wise, like, a lot can happen with technology. Like how you just said, like the robots, like they're already making sex robots, but like you also got to think about the fact, like the market in that like specific region, like how affordable are they gonna make it? Like,
oh, they're gonna make them super affordable.
You really think so?
No, it's just like an iPhone. Like, you gotta understand, as technology goes further and further and further, we get better and better at making things cheaper. So like, say the first robot, it's gonna be expensive and it's gonna be really shitty, but fucking in 5-10 years after that, they're going to be at version 8.9, and it's going to be fucking like way cheaper. And it's also going to, because like these like, we could always get things made for cheaper. You got to understand that. Like, they're going to get it down to a bottom dollar, because there's going to be tiers. There's going to be like the cheap ones, and there's going to be like the high tier $10,000 ones, but they're going to have the little $1,000 ones that you can finance for fucking $50 a month. Like, they're just like your iPhone. I'm telling you, like, it's just like how if you want to buy the new VR headset from Apple, you're going to be able to buy that bitch on fucking credit easily, pay $100 or $200 a month, and you're gonna be able to go fully into a VR world, and that's gonna get cheaper. And you know how small that thing is. You see what VR was fucking 10 years ago. I've kept up with the industry and like how big everything was and the cables and shit. The fact that they made that little fucking thing. And then on top of that, it's just the little charger is like a little pack on your side, a little cable. Bro, you have no idea how fast that happened. It happened so fucking fast. So when you look at robot, it's going to go way faster in the same type of industry too.
Well, yeah, true. But then you also got to think about, like, the consumerism. Like, how many people are going to want it? You really think, like, all men are going to go, like...
The
33%
of... Like those 33% of men that don't get sex, yes. Because they hate getting on Tinder and never getting fucking matches. They hate when they go outside that girls treat them like shit. They hate that whenever they fucking do anything around a woman, they get called cringe or fucking weird or they get made fun of.
The opposite, and they're just lazy to not develop the skill sets.
Yeah. Like, well, the problem is like when you go outside, it's very discouraging for an average guy. Like, y'all are like, this is a table of some pretty women and stuff. If like the amount of attention that y'all get, y'all really don't give a fuck about the average guy that you see at Walmart or anything like that.
And they're afraid about getting Me Too'd.
Yeah, and so like so when you see, so if you were one of those average ass dudes and you just constantly are rejected because every average girl is shooting up. If you're a girl that's a 5, you can fuck a guy that's a 10. You can easily find a guy who is literally a male model and he will fuck you even if you're ugly. I literally know guys that are literal male models and they fuck fat girls.
Damn.
Like, literally. So it doesn't matter. Like, you get this ego, like you're way up here, and then these average guys that are 5s and you're a 5, it's like, fuck. I can't even get the girls that are at my level. They basically have to go to like the super overweight girls. And it's like, they don't want that.
But it's like, they don't have to. Like, they decide to, you know?
Well, if they,
like,
yes, I agree. If they work on themselves.
Boundaries, you know?
What do you know? So, like, it's not boundaries. It's just that some guys don't give a fuck. Like, they see sex as just like taking a piss and they don't care.
Yeah, it's actually very common in like military relationships. Definitely in the bodybuilding world, you see this a lot where it's kind of an attractive dude, but
yeah, and she really but she like cooks for him, and she's very like,
but she fills in certain other areas of
I've seen that a lot in the bodybuilding world for some reason. A lot of guys with women that are like overweight, but I guess they like the journey of them like losing it together too, kind of.
I guess.
I want to know for you, do you think that the technology is going to make a difference in dating? We're just going to say in the future in general. You have to say for the rest of the year.
I don't know too much about AI and stuff, but even with technology now, like your terms and conditions that you're agreeing to right now, they know a lot more about you than you already expect. So they can personalize certain things for people than like pertain to their audience and stuff. So I feel like it will. It's already been growing, like you said. So
yeah. Y'all gotta understand that like your phone is a complete control mechanism to completely control everything that goes in front of your eyes, like for profit. Like anytime you think you're making a decision, like we talk about the Matrix sometimes. I seriously see every time there's a profit motive in front of me. Like every time, even when I go to a fucking gas station, I'm buying something that's $2. I'm like, yeah, that motherfucker just made $1.50 off me. Like I'm always thinking about what was his cost on that and how much did he just jip me for? How much did this fucking scammer just get me for? And most people don't look around and think about that. Y'all just let ads run in front of you. You're like, oh, that is cute. Boom.
And it's like between men and women right there.
Yeah.
Specifically how we.
I've never had an ad get me in so fucking long. Like I can't tell you the last time an ad got me.
Women buy with their emotions.
Yes.
It's very, very easy to sell with women when you're selling them emotions.
Yeah. What do you think about technology in the future? Do you think it's gonna make a difference for dating?
It's been making a difference since we could tap on
it.
Yeah.
but it's gonna get better?
No.
Come on, it's gonna be fun.
No, it's not.
Yeah, I agree with her. That's been making a difference.
Huge difference?
Yeah.
What do you think?
I feel like I don't know enough about online dating to say that it would make a difference or not, but
or just technology in general, like because even like if you don't online date, you know, like it affects the dating marketplace for somebody that just goes normal places, because you might perceive that you want better men, or like, you know, Instagram sits there and shows you hot things all the time, then you're like, oh, I want this hot thing, you know. Definitely for guys. I don't know about for y'all, but for guys for sure. That's why these guys are trying to date Instagram models and they look like they're fucking dorks. You know, it's goofy.
I think it's gonna be the same then,
Yeah. What do you think? Is technology gonna make a big difference in dating?
Well, I feel like it like already has. Like it's, you know, we're watching technology grow throughout all the decades, so it's just gonna keep continuing doing what it's doing.
The VR shit's gonna get crazy too, because you'll be able to have VR headsets on, like put some gloves on, and like literally like have sex with somebody but not be with them. Like have
like a
like
Black Mirror type.
yeah,
thing.
no, for real. Oh, that was the
Yeah,
worst
Black Mirror.
episode, bro. I don't even watch TV really. I don't like watch anything, but I watched that episode, and like I've watched a couple other Black Mirror things. That show really fucks
The new
my head
season
up.
go
I was
crazy.
disappointed.
The new season
And there's
go
like
crazy.
Blade Runner too.
Oh, really?
so-
Oh yeah,
Black
Blade
Mirror.
Runner for sure. Guys, we got to be leaving by 10:15 tonight, so I'm gonna go ahead and ask the last questions. Ladies, I just want to know, is there anything that you're personally going through, or that any questions about a guy, anything that's dating going on? Just I've read a lot of books on dating, especially minority help, especially financial help. If you need any questions, any of these type of things, just ask right now, and I'll probably be able to answer it or tell you why that guy did that, or like why that's going on in your life. Start with you.
I guess I just have a question about dating.
Yeah.
So if say the guy, so you hang out with him, everything's fine, everything's great, it seems like it's perfect, but then as soon as like you're away from that person and it's like you don't really hear from them, like texting, things like that, or it's just like, but it's like it seems like everything's good in person, but as soon as you're away, it's not. So what can you?
I really think that you have to pursue, like adamantly to, and then you
Is
have
it just
to ask the right
at
questions.
that point? It feels like is that just a physical attraction? That's what it is?
Well, no, like there's no like black and white answer to it. Like you have to ask the right questions. The problem is y'all get dickmatized, or like y'all just give up everything really early, and you lose all your leverage, and you do it without asking any questions at all. And then once you're already like in that emotion, you don't want to ask anything because you ruin your fantasy. You love the fantasy feeling, so you don't ask the questions where you need to immediately be saying, what is this? If that's what you want. If you want a relationship, you need to immediately be like, yo, what is this? And like you don't have to talk to me all the time, but I just want to know if we're serious, because guys don't like to text all the time. Guys, especially guys really on his shit, he doesn't like to do that. But say like he's just a man, hoes also do this too, that have 4 or 5 girls, and yeah, he's gonna ignore you because it's gonna make you want him more. Like we know very well that the less attention we give you, the more you're gonna want me. So like, and even
it
with
works
like
in reverse too.
yeah,
by
and
the way.
even with my regular relationship right now, like I don't sit there and blow my girl. Like y'all don't want a guy that's annoying. Like you really don't want a guy that's gonna talk to you all the fucking time. You don't at all.
What
So
does
like,
he do for work?
Hmm?
What does he do for work? Do you know?
Waitressing.
yeah, and then he's very busy then if he's a waiter.
So yeah,
He's very fucking busy if he's a waiter. So
No, I
does he
mean,
have
like-
many days off? How many days off a week?
Yeah, like he probably works like 4 days, 3 days a week.
I mean, if he's the type where he hangs out with his friends a lot,
So
or,
does
I don't know.
what is it, like once a week type thing that you guys get together?
Well, like recently we've been hanging out like almost every day,
Almost every day.
but it's
You
just
don't?
Well then, yeah, he just doesn't like to. If you're spending that much time together, why the fuck does
No,
he need to
but
text
it's
you or
like-
talk to you?
I don't know how to explain
I
it.
get that though. Like
Yeah.
they get different when they leave you.
Okay,
Yeah.
so like he tries to act all cool in front of his friends and shit or something.
No, it's more of like, so say we're hanging out together, having a one-on-one time,
Mm-hmm.
but then like I don't see you for a couple of days because we're both busy, we both got our life, we both got to work. But it's like in the meantime, you could like, hey, how's your day? Anything?
See, I never do that shit.
Guys,
I mean-
first of all, we tell guys, phone is for logistics only.
Yeah.
It's for nothing else. I don't want to talk about feelings or anything like that over the phone, over texting. I'd rather set up a date. I'd rather get in
But like
person.
if y'all both, if you like, if you're in a relationship and say you can't see your girlfriend for a couple of days, even if she's like out of town or something, you wouldn't want to like.
So do you
pair up and-
initiate? Are you
Like
mad
in-
about? Do you just want him to initiate the text message, or do you initiate and then he ignores you? Like, what's the problem?
I guess I just would rather him initiate.
You want him
more.
to initiate, then that's
But I
your
do-
then that's
I
your problem.
initiate
Then no, because
a
my
lot.
girl always
You
initiates
wanna know how to
conversation.
really
Always.
You want to know how to really
Every
initiate?
time.
You want to know how to really initiate? Send him pictures.
Of what?
Yeah,
of
like-
yourself.
Like
Yeah,
why?
it
Like
doesn't
why
even
would he
have
not
to
want to
be,
see
like,
you?
on the
Yeah,
same.
he just wants to see you. Like
Yeah, there's
like
like Snapchat
genuinely,
nowadays.
like so.
too.
yeah.
Yeah,
Fat
so
ass too,
that's
Becky.
definitely an area that you can go ahead, but it's genuine desire as well. Like you guys gotta understand, like especially if he's someone that you can actually respect, and you look at him towards that, then he's worth really showing like, hey, I actually want your attention. Also, how long has it been going on?
It's like
3 months, she said?
Yeah, so that's not
It's fresh.
it's unfortunately fresh right now.
Yeah.
So you don't really know someone until like 6 months to a year, and you really don't know someone until you start really living with them because
Yeah.
of their daily
Unless
habits.
you ask all the right questions, which y'all are usually scared to do,
So
or you
what are
don't
the
know what to ask.
questions?
Like, dude, I'm super serious about just asking the income and
What
all
if,
those type of
like,
things.
he
And like,
asks
well,
the
you can't ask
questions
directly
and you
what
get no
income is, but just
response?
asking what job they have, you can find out how much. You can Google their career and see how much income, like how much they make. Do they max out their savings? Like, do they care about the 401k, IRA, HSA? That shows that he's looking towards his future and he wants to build a family because he's looking 20 years into the future. You can really
But that's
tell.
what you want. Because
Yeah.
check this out. Like, when you ask him for the relationship eventually, which I would say since 3 months, like I would say 6 months and after, that's when you can like really see if this is something like worth going further with. Then you can start asking, what are we? What can we be something more than just sleeping around together and just dates here and there. And then at that point, he'll set his boundaries if he is a man that also respects himself and has boundaries. And then at that point, you will choose whether or not you want to coincide with them. And then at that point,
You get to choose if you want to jump in his Pokeball or not.
Yeah.
You know?
So
Like, if you don't want to be my Pokemon, you don't got to be my Pokemon.
that's how
That's
it is.
all. Yeah. But yeah. No, dude, you got to catch them all. What do you think? Do you have a question about anything?
What?
I just want an opinion
Yeah.
from like the girls at the table, but like, is it okay for me to be an alpha woman, not in a relationship, and like, is it okay to just be like that? And let's say an alpha man that don't want a relationship comes along and you have a situationship, like that's fine, right?
love
Like
this
to be like
situation.
that, because I feel like that's kind of how I am, and some people kind of be like, "Oh,
Like y'all are
you
both
don't
at
have
like
no
the top of your careers.
consideration."
If
Not
you don't want to get
careers,
married
but,
and you
like,
don't want to have kids, then you can do that as much as you want. Go right ahead.
Right.
If you really don't want marriage and you really don't want kids, go ahead. Stay digmatized by alpha the rest of your life. I don't fucking care. You're more than welcome
You're
to
only
do that.
21,
girls'
right?
opinions, though.
Yeah. But
You're-
I just wanted to tell you, like really quick, all you're saying is just a fantasy that every woman fucking
You're
talks
only
about.
21, right? Okay, so and you don't want kids or anything
Like,
for
and I
for
just
right
work.
now.
I just work.
You just
and that's
wanna
it.
do you.
Yeah.
I mean, if you don't, truth be told, in this generation, that's what they're selling anyway, like he said. But I mean, if you honestly aren't looking for anything serious, and you find someone that's not looking for anything serious too, but y'all are vibing, as we like to call it, I don't feel like there's nothing wrong with that, Like, and he gives you respect, you give him respect, and it's cool. Do you? I mean, you're 21. Yes, I get what he's saying when he say we don't have a lot of time, but it depends on what it is you want to really make time for.
Right.
It's
And
simple.
normally
You
it
want
doesn't
marriage, you want
matter.
kids.
I feel like if I was ready for a man, he would kind of just like fall into.
You're gonna probably fall more.
You're fantasizing like a mother.
No, as I get older, as I get
No.
older, I do understand the whole like walking into a man's frame is a lot different than him walking into my frame. But yeah, if you're not trying to walk into a man's frame and you're doing what
You're already in his frame. He already completely controls all of it.
Who?
The guy that she's fucking, he already is she's already completely in his frame. The only thing is she's basically like, well, I would still want to be able to do what I want, so I'm just not gonna bring it up, and he can fuck a bunch of other girls. Yeah.
Wait.
Huh.
What does doing whatever you want mean though?
The first time he speaks.
Yeah.
Like, why can't we just be cool? Like, I'm gonna go to work. I'm gonna have my whole day to myself, and if I want to see you today, I feel like we should see each other. If you want to see me, we see each other.
She wants to be free to do whatever she fucking wants. A lot of women today just
But
want
you're only
to have the
fucking
freedom to do
him.
whatever
Is
she
that
wants.
what's going on?
Thing.
Well, yeah, because y'all don't like because y'all don't like to fuck multiple
friends
people.
with friends with benefits. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, but y'all do this because y'all only like to fuck one person at a time. But the problem is you're a goofy, though. I'll tell you honestly, you're a goofy when you do this because that guy's fucking 5 or 6 other girls, and you're just sitting there like, oh, it's okay. I'm not emotionally attached. I don't want a family and kids one day, and that's fine if that's really what you want. But I think it's all a lie. I'm gonna ask a question in just a second to like see if that's really how everybody feels in a second. But yeah, what do you think? Because she was asking y'all's opinion on it.
So for that, because I guess I kind of rock the same way. I think
kind of why I said it. I felt like
trust me, half of this table is living that way. Trust me, I know y'all.
I would say right, because it took me a minute to be accountable for that. So as long as both parties are accountable and you realize that as women, as females, we do have emotions. We're not motherfucking robots. So we are going to feel stuff when he does something. It is going to bother you because the more time you spend together, the more you connect. And if he's steadily saying, like he said, oh, we're just chilling, we're vibing, his vibe might mean something completely different than your vibe, and every other girl is okay with his vibe. So, you just have to be careful and make sure you communicate that. But honestly,
do you like him like him?
I'm saying if you like him, then
do you like him like him, or do you just fucking him?
Yeah, we like it.
No, because I gotta ask you this question.
Y'all smoking copium, bro. Y'all are smoking on copium right now. They're literally just copium. Yes, I'm fucking. Yeah, I don't want anything. I swear.
Because that's why I'm asking. Because with my situationship, I mean we have history, and of course I like him like him. I'm not gonna say the L word because he'll get cocky on this bitch. But I do understand that when it comes to him, I do kind of get irked with some situations. So it's like, all right, bro, if we're not together, don't be coming at me like we're together. If we're together, then we need to set the tone, the boundaries, and respect. That's why I said if you like him, then that kind of where it gets sticky. But if you don't like him and you're really just fucking him and living a fancy free life, then it's like, okay, I get where you're coming from.
Does he make you orgasm?
I like him to the point where
does he make you orgasm?
If she goes back to him for sex, then he has to.
Yes.
Yeah, like that. Like if she's pining, if she's pining for him, that's
you probably like him like him on the
yeah.
I would be mad if he told me, like, you know how sometimes you have a situationship and they're like, yeah, well, you know exactly.
I knew she looked over. She said,
you know exactly what I'm talking about. But where they're like, yeah, well, that's just my other bitch. Like, you just not finna tell me you got another bitch right now. Like, around me, I'm the only bitch.
No,
like,
I mean, honestly,
but around me, I'm the only.
But it makes y'all honestly more attracted to him. That's why he does it. Because like y'all actually want a guy that other women fucking want. That's like makes him attractive, even more attractive. So y'all actually like it. That's why he says it. We're not gonna ask this question all the way around because it would be too long to do all the girls. But and we got to end kind of soonish. But you, for you, is there any question about dating or relationships or anything that you have?
No.
Men? No. Yeah. Obviously, you got your girlfriend. Yeah. Oh, and I just wanted you to know, just FYI, be careful. Lesbian relationships are the most abusive statistically. They're the most, and I'm not saying verbally. I'm saying physically abusive. They're like lesbian relationships are the most. So be very fucking careful though. Okay, like honestly, fucking be careful.
Yeah, I definitely.
But what about you? Is there any questions that you have this time?
I don't know. I don't want to ask a corny question, then you're gonna get on me.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
Okay. Okay, so.
Don't be such a
douche nozzles.
I think we had this conversation. I can't remember what you said, but when it comes to guys, do they ever really forgive? Do they fucking forgive? Because I feel like when you're dating someone and there is like
sexual, like you fucked another person?
Yeah.
Yes. No. He will never forgive you.
Okay, so my question is, if
but he will lie to himself. He will lie.
Why the fuck do you keep fucking with me?
Because he will lie to himself. He will lie to himself. If you're a fucking loser, y'all, this is so funny to me because y'all be fucking losers and you don't even know you're fucking a loser. It's so funny because like he's such a loser. He can't get. He has such a low abundance. He has such a low amount of women that he can get. He will literally put aside the fact that another dude was fucking in your guts, and just so he can come and still get some pussy, just so he can still come and get that little bit of pussy that he can't get anywhere else.
It's an evil world we live in.
He's pathetic and he's a fucking loser.
Don't say that.
No, I'm serious. Like, but y'all be fucking with these guys so much, bro.
No, he's not a
real man who respects himself will always walk away from a situation.
Always, man. I've never stayed with a girl after, except the one time was the girl that I lost my virginity to. That's the only girl.
But we weren't together. I never cheated. He did what he did, and I did what I did.
It doesn't matter. Like it's not my pussy no more. It's obviously not mine anymore. Like when y'all go fuck somebody else, you like you don't care about that person at all.
So I can't fuck up one time and it'd be okay. That's like the one time I fucked up.
No, like
no.
If you fuck somebody, hold on, Bassett. No, it's not the fucking same because when a guy sleeps with another girl, it's literally. Hold on, just listen for 2 seconds. Stop throwing the fit. If a guy goes and fucks another girl, it's literally like taking a piss. He's not having unless he's having an affair and he's like texting her all the time. that's not how most guys are. Now, for you, when you go fuck another guy, unless you have an over 20, 30 body count.
It's the emotional cheating we talked about.
No, but I know, and what I'm saying is it's completely different. Why would I fucking be with a girl again when you emotionally went to a whole nother dude, wanted to go fuck a whole nother guy? You definitely don't fucking care about me.
No, that's not even how it goes. That's why I said
not to mention it's normally premeditated on the woman's end. It's like 6 to 8 months
things are
prior.
different. I feel like things for my situation, it was different. I had a miscarriage, and I feel like during my miscarriage, I went through a lot that I didn't understand about myself. And I didn't really even think that he cared. He was going through how he coped, and I was like, you're not even really being sentimental towards me. So I started talking to someone, and then when he broke up with me after that, and it was right after my birthday for some other bullshit on top of all of that, I did end up sleeping with someone. And when we got back together, all my friends were like, you should have never even told him what you did. But
you just don't go back to somebody after you fuck someone else. Like there's no fucking point in ever doing that, especially being honest about it. But you should never. You don't really care about that guy. If you really loved him, when you got that urge to want to fuck and say like whatever, y'all are both trying to cope with whatever bad things were because y'all were hurt or whatever it is because of what happened. I understand that, but the best thing to do is still go and talk to him about it and say, hey, I'm really hurt. I sexually, or I'm emotionally like really wanting to talk to somebody. I really want to talk to you, but you definitely gave up on him and you went to somebody else. Like, and if any girl ever if a girl ever gives up on me, why the fuck would I take her seriously?
Yeah, it's also a primal urge. Like you displayed hypergamy in the biological sense.
Yeah, and it's not safe for the guy to want to be with somebody like that.
So why keep coming back?
I feel
like because he's a fucking loser. He's a loser. He has no other option. Once again,
that's why he comes back.
You think that every guy is like a woman and could just get pussy anywhere? Like it's not the same, man. Y'all be comparing men and women. Y'all be blank slating shit so much sometimes. It's like what the fuck, bro? Because y'all project. I hate when y'all project like reality and you're like, oh, this is how it is for everyone in the world, and it's like, oh my god, bro. Living in reality. But what about you? Yeah.
Okay, I guess I'm gonna do a quick. What is considered too much when it comes to self-love, self-respect in women? Because some guys they feel that it is not on the loser, but more so like what is appropriate for a woman to show that.
Wait, what? Say that.
What is appropriate for a woman to show when she's just showing that she has like a lot of self-love for herself? Like it's not.
What do you mean appropriate?
Men
this doesn't make any sense.
Can't decide between liking confidence as sexy or being conceited.
No, anytime you're like posting your ass or you're posting yourself for display, like what? Give me an example then.
Verbally, like, okay, I'm not going to tolerate certain things, and the guy might turn around and be like, "Oh, you have high standards," or "Oh, you have high standards," or "Oh, you're being extra."
What are you tolerating? What are you not going to tolerate?
We're going to use a small example, something quick. It's not me though. Okay, some people don't eat at certain places, right?
Okay.
And they expect to be taken out all the time. And then a guy might be like, "Oh, that's too much." That's what I'm saying. Is that considered?
Oh, you have like a certain level.
Like if you're being bougie.
Yeah, I guess.
So if you're being bougie, then like obviously, why would you try to be bougie with a guy who makes $50K a year? Yeah, if you want to be bougie with like a guy who's like makes a lot of money and stuff.
It's okay to be bougie. That's my point.
Yeah, it's because you're just showing that like you like hypergamy, but just understand that like some guys are gonna see you as a gold digger though. Like some guys might be like, oh, you only like eating and stuff like this.
Just don't reveal all the secrets right away, okay? Because that's the woman's strategy right there.
Yeah. Y'all are supposed to be covert, not overt. What do you have any questions? Anything about me?
It's a question, just like reassurance. A man would want to if he really wanted to, right?
No, because y'all because this is the problem. Like y'all keep thinking that like, oh, if he really wants me, he'll text me or he's gonna come to me. It's like you have to chase him. You're not the fucking prize, bro. Y'all are a dime in a dozen. No. Like y'all are a dime in a dozen. Like we have like you have to pursue the guy. Like he like don't get me wrong. If you pursue him and then he doesn't show it back, it's all about being like it's all about just being equal. If you were sitting here going. What?
Tell him about the islands.
Oh yeah, no, I'm about to. Yeah, but no, if you're sitting there doing a bunch and he's doing nothing in return, then obviously you're just a girl he's fucking and you're nobody to him. But say you do a bunch up front and then he's like, "Oh, let me return." Then obviously that means he's really down for you. Like he doesn't need to sit there and tell you about it.
And that's gone sexual, right?
No. Okay, so I'm just saying that because.
So there hasn't been any sexual intercourse.
Well, yeah, there has been.
Okay. And he keeps coming back.
Yeah. But like, okay, so
is it good? Is it good when it happens?
Yeah.
Does he make you orgasm?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, but why I say that is because we broke up because he wanted to move, right, for work, right, and I travel for work too. He travels for work as well. Basically saying all these excuses to come up with to not be together, right? And so, but I'm like, but I go through the same things too. Everything you're listing, I'm doing the same thing too, but I'm still willing to put myself forth despite all of that, you know? So that's why I'm asking if he really wanted to, would he, you know?
How long have it been going on?
10 months?
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't think that a guy, like, if you're still questioning it,
And this
then
is
it's
the only
not.
guy
Then that's a problem.
Now,
Like-
question: is this the only guy that you have slept with? Only person for all 10 months?
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously.
Okay, so, and what? You guys are actual full-on relationship?
Yeah,
monogamous?
we were in a relationship.
And you guys broke
yeah,
up.
and he broke
So
up.
who asked to be in the relationship?
He did.
When?
That's the problem.
10 months ago.
That was the problem.
He asked as soon as y'all fucked. He asked to be in a relationship with you.
Well, the thing is, how we met was he literally told me he loved me, like when we first met, and like it's a whole story. Like,
Don't do that.
There's a lot of red flags. There's a lot of red flags right now.
Y'all are so bad at discerning.
Run.
Yeah,
Right.
like
We'll talk about this. We'll talk about
well, like,
this.
but she has an attachment type where she likes those type of guys, though. You probably like those type of beta dudes.
what? Don't laugh at me. Don't laugh at me.
I mean, I could read y'all like a book, man. Like sometimes y'all only gotta like say a few things for us to be able to fully tell the type of person that you are. Because everybody has attachment styles, and that also shows what type of personality you have based off of your attachment style and who you go for or like what you like. But yeah, I don't know. It's really hard for me to help with something like that because it sounds like he's young.
Yeah, he's 23.
Yeah, so like y'all are just still both young. Like a lot of young men today, they don't know what the fuck. Guys are really emasculated. If I was 23 or 24 and like I was young and I didn't have a lot of money and stuff, you're emasculated. You can't take care of your girl. You can't be a real provider. You can't do all the things like you really want to do. Can he be a real provider to you? Could he get an apartment right now and you could move in with him and y'all could live comfortably?
Oh yeah.
Very comfortably.
Comfortable, yeah.
Yeah. And so why doesn't he do it then? Why doesn't he do it? Does he have his own spot?
That's what I'm saying.
I also want y'all to understand again.
What do you mean? Like, so you don't live with him, correct?
No.
But you want to?
No, we're broken up, but he keeps coming back.
Yeah.
Like he keeps running back. He keeps texting me, calling me up, like everything.
Well, because it's just like her thing, man. Like if there's a guy that doesn't get sex, he's gonna keep calling y'all for months because he can't get pussy from anyone else. Like he's gonna keep calling y'all.
So what does he act like he do?
This is also
because
if he said he does, though,
because we
he
know
doesn't want
because
you
you
to know that's
can
his
say
only option.
yes, he doesn't want you to know that because then he knows that you can take advantage of him even more. You can like
ladies, this is also you being young. I'm gonna be honest with you. This is why I said that guys' halfway point of development is 15 and they are fully developed at 30 and above. There's a reason why women like older guys.
So
there's a reason why, because guys don't really know how to communicate themselves and how they feel and stuff like that when they're young. We're not as socially calibrated. We learn that through our 20s. And if they do have the willingness to go ahead and develop those skill sets, they'll be good by 28 and above, 30 and above, and they should be.
So
that's what makes it more appealing.
Younger than that.
So that basically means, like my friend said, we be sitting here going through this shit with these fools, and then they get with another motherfucker, and they the perfect motherfucking guy.
So
That's awful.
My question is, do we have time?
Yeah. It is your question. Yeah,
Okay.
no.
So for men, do they reach a point where they want a relationship and they'll get anybody, or is it if the right woman comes along, they'll get into one? Because that's such a debate, and people talk about it.
They
both
have to be
ways.
at the right point in their life for them to want it. Like I said, men are really emasculated. I talk to so many guys all the time that are like why would you try to get into a relationship with a girl when you can barely already pay your own rent? You can already you're barely living. And like, why would you want to get in a relationship when that girl's gonna probably want to go on vacations? She's probably want to go on dates. She's probably gonna want all this stuff, and if you can't provide it, that emasculates you. You're just like, it's easier to just like not even do the dating.
There's only
thing,
one
caveat.
caveat.
Until I make more money.
There's only one type of caveat, and it's the type of woman that doesn't get bored easily, and she's willing to bet her sexual agency years on a betting horse, because some will do that. If he's actually worth it and he's ambitious and he shows you that he's constantly working and he's working towards something, he's building his empire, that's exactly what'll take place if you want to go ahead and do that. But then there's the ones that only wait at the finish line for the winners as well.
I would definitely just be like careful with wasting your time, because you can easily waste your time if you're just trying to figure out, is he ready, is he gonna decide. I think it's based a mixture between two. Like, a lot of guys also will settle and they'll hate themselves for it. Like, they'll be like a guy that's a solid, say, 6, but he still struggles with women, and he'll go down to, like, say, a girl that's like a 4 or a 5, but he knows in his heart, he's like, I'm a fucking 6 though, I deserve better. And like, so he'll kind of like take this girl and he'll take her on dates, but he won't take her to the club. But like, he'll take her certain places. He doesn't want his friends to see her. And because he's embarrassed of that person. Like, we really, like, shit, I love to show my girl off or go places with my girl because I want to show off how beautiful she is to people. But if you don't have a girl that you want to show off like that, fuck, you want to hide that bitch in the cave. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want her ever to come out. So it's like, it just depends how attractive he is, how he perceives you, and all that. Like, sometimes you're just digmatized and he's going to keep playing games to get pussy, because, once again, most guys don't get pussy. So they're going to play games and lie just so they can keep getting it. We get shamed if we fucking tell the truth, so we fucking really don't like saying it. Y'all can't handle the truth either. Let me see that $2 super chat. Thank you, Ramar. Great show yesterday on Valuetainment. Hell fucking yeah. So, guys, we're going to go ahead and close it up because we got to get going. Just really quick, I'm going to ask around the table, would all y'all like to ever come back on the show? Yes? Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
You know my answer.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
You know mine too.
Yeah, that's all I care about. Bring your fucking single friends so I can
Give me more notice, I will.
so I can
And all
roast
the
them.
situationships.
So I gotta bring me 6 more situationships next week. But yeah, thank y'all so much, guys. This was a really awesome panel, ladies. This was fun. Thank you so much, Ramar. I really appreciate you, Bassett. Thank y'all for helping me out, dude. Julian, thank you so much for coming. Happy birthday, bro. We're about to go party and have some fun, guys. But yeah, we will see y'all. What is today? Friday. I will see y'all on Monday, guys, and then next week I will be on Access Vegas in Vegas on Thursday with Michael Sartain and Rolo. So yeah, please tune in for that if you're only gonna watch this and not watch Monday and Wednesday next week. But yeah, we will see y'all next time, guys. Peace the fuck out.